the minimum self-isolation period to 5 full days in England. From Monday, people can test twice before they go, leaving isolation at the start of day 6.
UK Health Security Agency data shows, he says, that around 2/3 of positive cases are no longer infectious by the end of day 5. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
If you think Americans spend too much time on their smartphones, there's new evidence to support that claim. A new survey finds we now spend on average just under 5 hours a day glued to our mobile devices, whether it's our phones or tablets. That's an increase of 30%.
Smooches to Deputy Doc. Diamond Auto Sales is coming on the air.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it seems like a really nice guy. He's the general manager, and he says, I'm also the one that did the sale. So
I bet they hit something.
Probably. I think he has an email from the other dealership, but I don't know. That's just something Deputy Doc said.
EPI, exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
Yeah, Comcast crapped on us, man.
Bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
You gotta back up.
EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions.
Fortunately, Facebook seems to have never gone away for some reason. That was new. That was really new.
The general manager of Diamond Auto Sales is online for to talk to you and the customer.
But there's good news. EPI is
That's thanks to Deputy Doc.
Use the script.
I had Ken call.
Visit or call with your doctor to ask.
Angie, there was a stop order on that thing you ran. Shannon ran too. That thing on core scans is totally outdated. Should never have been done. And I know you were trying to save me from doing a live in there, but we got to discrep it because
ICU bed capacity.
They already complained.
And in fact, we were about a month ago. It is actually showing an increase.
COVID Incident Commander Scott Bookman, state projections expect COVID case rates to be on the upswing for the next week or so. Barry Morphew has requested a new trial date and a change of venue in his wife's murder case. His defense submitted a list of requests, including he be allowed to visit his daughters. Morphew has been ordered to wear an ankle monitor and is not allowed to leave Chaffee County. Last May, he was formally charged with first-degree murder in connection with the May 2020 disappearance of his wife, Suzanne, who has not yet been found. A response to Morphew's defense team's request could be made at a hearing scheduled for January 24th. The annual parade celebrating the life and accomplishments of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is returning to the streets of Denver Monday. The annual parade was held virtually last year due to the pandemic. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
You drive through the north suburbs on I-25 looking good and no problems if you are traveling into or through downtown Denver right now on I-25. To the south, things look good as well between the Tech Center and Castle Rock, both directions up to full speed. No problems across I-70 either. It's a nice drive at this point. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, some clouds today with a high of 60, and then tonight's low 28. For tomorrow, Friday, a 50% chance for scattered afternoon snow showers with a high reaching 40, and then sunshine returns for the weekend. Currently, it's 54.
I can honestly say this guy is more divisive than Trump was.
I know he is. I know he is. But he tries to do it grandfatherly way.
Yeah, he's a little sneaky bastard.
Yep, you're so right.
Top brands starting at $159.99. Plus, you'll even
This newest thing with Lightfoot's pretty funny. So
what's going on?
So she meets with this crime victim who sells exotic cars. You know, they walked in and fucking stole whatever, cars and shit. Cars, money, just fucked the whole place up. So she meets with them. And, yeah, no, not the DA, the mayor herself.
Oh, the mayor is Lightfoot. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so she ends up calling him an idiot and leaving.
Why?
Well, because he was stupid and got robbed. I don't know what else to say.
6200. Have a do-it-yourself project? No better place to shop than Buy and Build for your kitchen and bath. Granite, cabinets, sinks, faucets, hardware, and accessories below wholesale.
Oh, you want to hear the worst part? So, after that, listen to this. This will fucking infuriate you. You ready? Infuriate. So listen to this. Days after Lightfoot met with Perillo, an inspector from the Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection visited the dealership. He issued 6 violations. The inspector cited Gold Coast Inc. on December 17th for violations such as employees and customers not wearing face masks.
So they went after him.
After he did not see it Lightfoot's way, she sent in the fucking mob to come down with 17 violations.
Where are you reading?
Fox News.
Yeah, you won't hear it on CNN.
Can you believe it, though? She sent in the fucking mob.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by waterpros.net. Wonderful water systems at the lowest prices ever. If you want a whole house water conditioning system, you will do never better, under $2,000, fully installed, for better laundry, better plumbing, better feeling skin, better use of soap, the whole thing. I mean, it just takes all of that hardness and crap out of the water. Also, if you want a drinking fountain at the kitchen, is under $1,000, fully installed. Waterpros.net. Listen, here's what's important. We talked about Diamond Auto Sales, so the owner is on the line. Deputy Ken reached out to him.
General Manager.
Deputy Doc. The general manager's on the line. Bottom line is, Miriam says her mom bought a 2017 Nissan Rogue, 70,000 miles. Apparently, it was a salvaged vehicle. They knew that. And they bought it from Diamond Auto Sales in Colorado Springs. And the steering wheel, they said, locked up, which doesn't make sense to me, but the steering wheel locked up. And then after the steering wheel locked up, they took it back. And the dealer said the transfer case is broken. And then the Nissan dealer verified that. And they said this happened from somebody running over something. So now we're going to keep the car and we're going to fix it, and you're not getting your money back because you damaged our car. I mean, that's what Miriam, I think they put $3,000 down. We'll ask. Kareem is the general manager. Kareem, what can you add to this, sir? I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So all our vehicles, good morning to everybody. So all our vehicles being inspected before we sell them.
Yeah.
Salvage, they should be
Are they all salvaged, Kareem?
That's what's the specialist in. All
okay.
Salvage vehicles.
Got
so
it.
We do rebuild them with the state patrol. So sometimes we have to drive them all the way.
I know. I understand. Listen, if people know they're buying one, and if they can get a break, I don't mind them buying salvage vehicles, so long as they're done the proper way. Let's get past that part and talk about this car.
Okay. So the customer bought the vehicle. They drove it for 2 weeks. There's nothing.
She said it happened 3 or 4 days later, I thought.
Oh, they had the vehicle for at least 2 weeks. The sale was on 11/27, November 27 and 21. Then they took the vehicle for test drive. They took it on the highway. The vehicle was perfect before we done the sale with Westlake. So they financed the vehicle with Westlake. So they took the vehicle for about at least 10 days, about 12 days or 2 weeks. Then they came back. They said the steering wheel locked up, and there was a noise underneath. That coming from the cover there's a cover that covered the transfer case or differential. So we said they had a warranty with a preferred warranty. They didn't call preferred warranty to get it solved with. They came back and they just said, we're not going to go with the vehicle. And what reason? They didn't give us any reason.
Oh, so in other words, they didn't say, by the way, our steering wheel locked up, we want it fixed. They said we changed our mind.
Okay, that's it. Used vehicle is as it is.
Right.
So you buy a vehicle.
Right.
You give me a reason why you.
Right. I get it, man. I get it. It's as is. So go ahead.
As it is. So if you're not giving me a reason to return the vehicle, I'm not gonna return it. If you want to fix it, I'm willing to fix it. I'm willing to fix it.
Now, did that car have a warranty on it?
It does.
Okay, so you were willing to fix it?
Yes, we were willing to fix it and give it back to them, but they said, no, we changed our mind.
Miriam.
Yes.
Why would you, if he said he was willing to fix it, Why would you say, no, we changed our mind?
Well, the bank, Westlink, never approved our loan.
But that's his problem. That's not yours. That's Kareem's problem.
Exactly. So the car technically was not even ours.
But hold on. No, it actually was. And it's subject to financing, meaning that's to pay for it. But truly, if Kareem could place that loan, that's your car. I guess what I'm asking is, I want to know why you said you don't want the car anymore.
Because we drove off with it and something was wrong with it, so we didn't feel comfortable with the car anymore.
After 2 weeks, something was wrong with it, and you took it back to him.
No, we didn't have it 2 weeks. We had it for 9 days. They even gave us
all right, 9 days. Listen, here's the bottom line. 9 days, okay, so we're off by 4 or 5 days. The bottom line is this, okay? Bottom line is this. You took it back to Kareem, and you never said to him, we don't want the car because it's locked, or please fix the car because the wheel's locking up. You told us that you went back because you had a warranty and he refused to fix it and told you he's keeping the car because you damaged it. Kareem is on the phone telling us right now he has the car and will fix it under warranty, but you're the one that said you don't want the car anymore, and he said, well, that's tough because you don't get to take the car back. And he's technically correct.
Right, but what about the bank never approving it? It was
That's
denied.
none of your business, Miriam. Miriam, actually, that's none of your business. Actually, it isn't. I know this sounds crazy, but if Kareem says to you, oh, by the way, that bank never approved you, you're right, you can just make the payments to us. You don't really have a choice as long as he honors what he said he would do. I mean, you're trying to find a technicality here, Miriam. Bottom line, I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste any more time. That's my new motto. I'm not wasting time. Once I tell you things 5 times, I'm not going to go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, okay? I've told you 5 times. Okay, I'll go 6, all right? You bought the car as is, with a 30-day warranty. You had a problem. You took it back. You said you don't want the car. That's not the option. He said he would fix it. He said that right in front of God and everyone right now. He'll fix it. You said no because the bank didn't approve us. Now you're looking for another excuse. We're done. 303-713-8255. We have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies on, Jairus and Josh. And by the way, and they also have Jairus' father is a principal there. It's a family-owned and operated situation. I want to ask another hard question. Seriously, guys, and I know it depends on how much money you have and all that, but how old is too old to start planning for retirement? Truly.
I wouldn't say there is an age that's too old to start planning. We work with lots of people, Tom, who are anywhere from their 20s to their 80s. And we're looking at different investments, different options for more streams of income at all sorts of ages.
Can you help people immensely just trying to figure out how to take Social Security? Aren't there a lot of people that don't know the smart way to take it?
We spend a ton of time, Tom, educating clients and prospects on Social Security. So yes, definitely. And just to put a plug in we're National Social Security Association advisors, which means that we've got additional training and expertise in the area of Social Security. So if folks have questions in that regard, we definitely can help them look at their options and what might make the most sense in their situation.
What is the most common situation you get at Retirement Planning Center? What's the most common scenario?
Josh, you want to take that one?
Or with planning? Or
with customers that come in. What situation are they in? What's the most typical?
Probably coming with 2 questions. 1, do I have enough money to last me for the rest of my life? And 2, can I retire now?
Okay. All right, really? Because a lot of people are getting tired of working, or they're just fed up with the system. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people are thinking about early retirements these days. And I think that those listening in their 30s should take heed of that and start planning from now if you want to early retire. But realistically, though, you really do need money accumulated to retire. I mean, that's what you need. Otherwise, you're going to live only on Social Security. Isn't that right?
basically, yeah, and Social Security is not going to cut it for most people, especially these days with inflation and housing prices is the way they are. So yeah, there's a lot of things that folks can do if they give themselves enough time to get things situated to the point where when they do retire, they've got their Social Security plan ready to go, they've got their income plan ready to go, they've got their investment plan ready to go, and on and on and on, where it's going to be a much more successful experience for them. And we like to call it the SWAN approach. We want folks to be able to sleep well at night, SWAN.
Oh, I get it. Oh,
we
good.
try and help them do.
All right, hold on. We got we have you on for the show. If people have questions, 303-713-TALK. We're going to talk about a dental problem, a carpet deposit, and a job. All of that coming up.
As we age, we can't always plan on good health, but you need to plan long-term care coverage to get the
I wonder what CNN's talking about. Oh, the insurrection, of course.
Is to join my friends from 525 Advisors for their upcoming free long-term care planning live.
I bet Trump's name comes up.
It already went past.
How long are they
Advisors will explain how long-term care works,
Forever.
what the coverage pays for, and you'll discover
It's
all
really
the options
amazing.
and different ways to fund a plan.
You know, it is funny in a way.
Benefits that pay you back if you never use it. Then when you're ready, 525 Advisors will design a custom plan with you, just like they're doing for my husband and me right now. I love how much time they've spent with us, and it's not just me. Read the reviews. People love working with Brian and Madeline at 525 Advisors. So get the great peace of mind long-term care coverage gives you. Sign up now for the free live webinar this Saturday morning at 9. Sign up at 525longtermcare.com. That's 525longtermcare.com.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan is what I say, because you do get an ideal loan. First and foremost, you get the interest rate guarantee, which means if rates go down, you're refinanced free of charge. Think about that. Also, you get a pre-approval if you want. How more ideal can you get than that? That's like a cash deal when you go to buy a house. You're already approved. You notice I said approved. The money's set aside. It's done. You're just waiting for the house. And then, of course, you have the pick-your-own-term loan. You don't get any more custom than that, right? 15, 16, 18, 23, pick whatever years you want, get the lower rate, get the lower payment, but you don't have to go back to 15 or 30. IdealHomeLoans.com. For your next ideal home loan, first they listen, then they lend. 303-867-7000. That's IdealHomeLoans.com. I have Rocky Mountain IV Medics come to me once a month. I think you should have it too. Now, people get it just for therapeutic reasons, or what you can do is just get something. If you're under the weather, maybe you have the flu, COVID, you want to get over something. Hydration therapy is one of the most common therapies there are when it comes to general overall health, whether it be for a hangover, migraines, dehydration, vitamin deficiencies, or, as I said, getting over an illness. RockyMountainIVMedics.com. They'll come to you at the same price as going to a clinic, so why would you ever go anywhere when they can come to you? Call or text for same-day appointments, 720-987-2155, 720-987-2155.
This tax filing season is one for the record books. There are...
Yes.
Oh, I'm just taking a breather. Oh, my gosh, it got busy fast. I got to have an eye exam today for my driver's license renewal.
Oh, they make you look into the thing, right?
No, I have to go somewhere else to get my exam. When I go on my Colorado app to renew my license, it says, have you had an eye exam in the last year? If not, you need to get one. Now, I think Miles just said yes and chanced it, but I'm just getting my eye exam in case they ever want proof.
Now, I think next license I have to actually go in.
You do?
Yeah, because they need a new picture.
I had to go in.
After how many years?
It was after 5. It was 5. It was after 5 the last time. I just went in.
Okay, because mine's 5 years up. So but they're not making me come in. At least not that I know of.
Well, they asked me, and I just got my lenses done. So I just said, yeah, I'll go to the doctor.
Well, I'm assuming I can just do mine all online, but we'll see. I didn't want to hit yes and lie about it. That's my only point. It's going to come back to haunt me. My driver's license expires on my birthday, and I'm in Vegas on my birthday.
I don't know when mine expires. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, so I want to be sure I have my renewed license.
Some ID, yeah.
I think my passport's still good if I needed ID, but I'd have to look.
Why am I not logged into my Colorado?
I love my Colorado app. Sometimes it kicks you out and makes you log in again.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Marky Mark?
I don't know.
He's in a mood over Biden this morning. Holy
He still
cow.
is. He still is.
Oh, he's yelling at the radio. He's
more divisive than Trump, he said.
Wow, well, at least he owned up to Trump's devices.
He and Addie have more passion put together. Miles and I just let it roll.
Hey, I'm to Miles.
Me, I'm like, can we just listen to music? And then this whole talk of the N95 mask, whatever they are, N95 mask, it just sends him over the edge.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Today will be dry with a high of 59. Snow chances move in tomorrow with a high of 42. This is Fox 81's Pinpoint Weather Meteorologist, Jessica LaBelle.
If New Year calls for more hiring, check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job post today after visiting Indeed.com/credit.
630 KL, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Mike about his carpet deposit. What's going on, Mike?
Hi, Tom.
Hey, man.
First off, I'd like to give a shout-out to Steve the painter. He's done several projects for me, always done a great job.
That's great.
He's your guy.
We love him. That's star-quality painting. Thank you.
So I've been using this carpet guy for about a year. Used him on 3 or 4 projects, not a problem. November, I hired him to do another one. He took a $1,000 deposit, and then he kept pushing me off. Then he stopped returning phone calls, and I want to warn people more than I need help.
Wait, so $1,000 deposit for what?
For the materials.
For carpet, and you've used them before, so what do you think's going on?
I think he's in financial trouble, and he just spent the money somewhere and doesn't have the money to do the job.
That's right. That's what happens to him. That's right. So where is he?
I don't know. I've got a couple addresses. I doubt either one's accurate, but...
Will you have a name of a company? Does he have a company?
Yeah, it's Abercrombie Carpet and Floors.
Abercrombie?
Yep.
Okay, I don't even understand that, but is that his name?
No, his name is Michael Tobin.
Michael Tobin.
Tobin.
Michael Tobin. Okay, and what about him? I mean, like, what?
Well,
tell me how you know him.
Anybody else?
Tell me how you know him.
He was a referral, and I used him on like 3 or 4 other jobs.
You have a phone number for him? What's his phone number?
I do. It is 720-436-0015.
Okay. And when was the last time you talked to him?
My wife emailed him middle of December and said, hey, we're canceling the contract because you're not coming through.
Right.
We expect a deposit back but in 2 weeks. He called back and said, okay, I'll send you the money. Never heard from him again. And so we filed a small claims.
Oh, you did? When are you going to small claims?
It's not till March 14th or something like that.
Go through with that. Get a judgment.
I just tried calling him.
Yeah?
He hung up on me.
720-436-0015. Is that what you called?
Sure did.
And that's Mike Tobin. We may want to do it on air. Well, now that we know he's a scumbag and he hung up and refuses to talk about it, you may want to let him know. And Mike, get your judgment. We'll tell you some creative things you can do with the judgment, including taking personal property from him. Literally taking it from him. Mike Tobin, feel free to call the show, 303-MARTINO. By now, you've probably gotten to the radio and turned it on. We call people who take money and don't show up and don't do work, we call them crooks, we call them criminals, we call them thieves. Abercrombie or Abercrombie, whatever. I mean, I call it Omicron carpeting. Omicron. Anyway, so Mike Tobin. If you come across a Mike Tobin, beware. He takes money and doesn't do the work. 720-436-0015 is his number. He'll probably just hang up, but it's nice if you leave a nice review on his voicemail. And that will give him the benefit of knowing what people are thinking of people who take money and do nothing. You see, even though some governments and prosecutors and people around the country have turned a blind eye to crime and smash and grabs and rip-offs and all of that, I'm not doing it. You know, every night on Nextdoor and on Ring Doorbell and on any kind of other social media where they look out for people, you hear about gunshots and car thieves and porch pirates, and police now don't even bother showing up.
Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, they're unappreciated, and they feel that way, and a lot of them have been defunded or retired and quit. But the point is the community is still outraged by crime. But, you know, I heard one post the other day saying, oh, yeah, there were 6 gunshots and this and that and cars crashing, and police didn't bother showing up. Nowadays, they said it's like the Wild West. You can have a full-out gunfight in a neighborhood and then leave, and no one will ever pursue it. I mean, think about the world we're living in right now. You know, it's just by the grace of God nobody walks up and robs you because they can. They've been walking up to people in California and taking their cars, just ranking them right out of the driver's seat and taking their cars. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
So in Chicago, this guy's car dealership got ripped off big time. He had a meeting with the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, and it didn't go very well. She ended up calling him a couple names and storming out. But the funny part is, 6 days later, guess what happened? The Gestapo showed up.
She six the dogs on him for ordinances.
17 different ordinances, including not wearing masks. She hit him with 6 days later.
What a vindictive bitch. My God. What's her name?
Lori Lightfoot.
Should call her Heavyfoot.
God, it's unbelievable. She sent the mob in there. I can't believe it. Now, she claims it had nothing to do with it.
Now, let's talk to Beverly. Beverly, what's going on?
Oh, Tom, I got a problem. I went to, Comfort Care Dental.
Comfort?
Got my teeth
did you say, wait,
too.
Beverly, did you say Comfort Dental?
Yes, and it's the worst.
Well, you know, here's what's funny about Comfort Dental. You know, and I've been dealing with them for years and years. They're all independently owned dentists, and it's a marketing group. They generate leads. It's a marketing group. It's not a franchise. It's not owned. Well, Comfort Dental is the marketing plan is owned by someone. But what I'm saying is the dentists are all individually owned and operated. But for some reason, the dentists associated with Comfort Dental generate more complaints than others, and I don't know why. I just don't. I mean,
I don't either.
Is it by I wonder if it's by coincidence that maybe the dentists who aren't so good hook up with them.
They're terrible.
Well, don't say they, because really, I want to be fair. I want to be fair. The concept of Comfort Dental is a lead generator, okay? There's no such thing as bad Comfort Dental. There are bad dentists in Comfort Dental, but I don't want to say they're all bad, okay? And the concept, the marketing concept, I mean, if it's working, it's working. But you had a problem with one particular dentist, but what's the actual name of the dental practice? It's not Comfort Dental. What is it?
I don't know. That's what they call it. But the dentist I was going to, the first one hurt me, and I said, I want another dentist, because I've never been hurt at the dentist. I couldn't even stand
Where is this? Where is the clinic, the Comfort Dental office you went to?
It's over by 64th and Ward. Is it Ward?
Okay, 64th and Ward, right? Okay.
But they moved. They've moved, and I don't know where it's at, but...
And how long ago did you go to this Comfort Dental at 64th and Ward?
Well, it's been a while. I told the lady that I talked to because I... been not well.
When did you go to them? I need to get an idea, dear. I need to get how long ago did you go to them?
Probably February last year.
Sometime last year. Hold on, and we'll come back to you. I'm Tom Martino.
Mark's going to do both.
What are they?
Just, Paragon and approval.
630 KNOW, an iHeartRadio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one. Now, impact traffic. This report is sponsored by the Baltimore.
And seeing some sluggish traffic heading into
He says
downtown
every time you watch the news, you must pay penance. And say
I was
sorry 3 times.
I was good for probably about a long time. I was watching nothing but local news, nothing but the weather, basically, just local stuff. And then I happened to hear that divisive speech 2 days ago. Couldn't believe it. Now I'm rehooked. It's like crack. You know what? The damn news is like crack.
Yeah, bad for your health.
Make their home your getaway. As a token of their appreciation, the Broadmoor is extending Colorado neighbors for the months of January and February with their Colorado Appreciation Offer. It's all here, just a short drive away. Visit Broadmoor.com today.
You know, if you want the real skinny on reverse mortgages, you got to call someone you actually trust. We've been dealing with Joan Sullivan in Approval Reverse Mortgage for years and years and years. What I personally love about her, she actually has her own product. She has a reverse mortgage. She can tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. Is it right for you? She's going to be honest. Her team's going to be honest. They're just professional, and they know a mortgage or a reverse mortgage isn't always right for you. They're going to give you the real information. 303-771-3528 or check him out at approvalreverse.com. Now, anybody out there that was affected by these fires, I'm going to be harping on this for a while. Your insurance company, by all means, is not your friend. That adjuster will do nothing but adjust down. He'll never adjust up. You got to have someone on your side to fight with, and you want someone in Colorado. You want someone like Matt at Paragon Services. Why Colorado? Because he understands the market out here. He's going to get you more for that replacement of the house, or maybe just argue your contents if it's just smoke damage. He's going to look out for you, he's going to fight for you, and all the information's free. He'll even for free look at what they're offering you right now and give you an opinion. 719-726-0020, 719-726-0020.
Ring in
the new year with MeowU.
You know what I noticed about the people around here?
About what, babe?
The folks around here, some of these folks. Here's
Like
the
news
problem.
people?
Well, yeah, it's not a bad thing. Here's the problem. I'm wearing the mask to follow the fucking rules, and then they treat me like I'm the mask Karen. Oh, like this, you know. I don't want to upset her.
I tried it for a few days, and
I'm just like, hey, I don't really care. I'm just trying to lay low and not be in trouble with the mask Karens of the world. You know? Anyway.
Soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows, so take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 2.5 rate and APR with our no closing cost 30-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years.
I hope they don't dilate my eyes.
Last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes
It's up to you.
Oh, good.
You can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 2.5 rate and APR.
Where are you going, to the DMV?
No, I'm going to Sam's Club for the eye exam.
Oh.
I'm renewing on my app. I'm not going to the DMV.
Yeah.
Unless if for some reason it says I have to, but right, it shows that I can renew on the app.
844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. Call us at 844-425-3669. NMLS 3304. Not all loans apply. Equalizing letter.
Today's Stephanie Thomas's birthday, babe. If you want to shoot her a happy birthday text.
Oh, I might say it over the air.
Yeah, it's a special birthday. They're in Vegas.
Oh, they are right now?
Yeah, they're just for her birth. You know, it's her 40.
What is she, 50?
40.
50? Damn, she's old. Why'd Mike marry someone so old?
You're an ass. She's the sweetest girl ever.
You would have missed out on that extra money. But with Fortune, you got more cash at closing. Ruby's store isn't unique. 99 out of 100 Orchard customers sell on market for more than their cash offer. Getting started is easy. You go online and enter your address at orchard.com. Takes just a couple minutes and lets you skip home listing hassle. If you're thinking about selling or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home, get a no cost, no obligation offer at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
You know, I've talked about Blue Sky CBD for quite some time. We've had great experience with these products. They just keep getting better and better. I know a lot of you, hundreds and hundreds of you have tried it, feel the same way. And the feedback that you've been sharing through reviews is terrific. I've met with the owners, and they shared some interesting info on the latest batch of their Max Relief Balm and how they tested to 2,700 milligrams. It's basically a free extra 200 milligrams. And this stuff has been amazing for me with aches and pains. The more and more I learn about CBD, the more thankful I become for this relationship with Blue Sky CBD. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you've used promo code KHOW as a one-time code, please feel free to use promo code Dave, my first name, for 30% off your next order. If you or somebody you know,
it'd be funny as if
I highly recommend Blue Sky CBD and their entire line of products. BlueSky-CBD.com. Once again, it's BlueSky-CBD.com.
Don't let your insurance company dictate your settlement. If you've been impacted by the recent wildfires, call 800-248-3888 today for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. As the oldest, largest, and most respected public adjusting firm, Adjusters and
I'm just going to fuck, man.
recovery. Call today at 800-248-3888.
You know what she actually asked me? Turn that off for a second.
888-800-248-3888. Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. I've been talking about them for years. They're solid people. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. That's OneClearChoiceDoors.com. 720-370-3987. And on their website, all of their prices for doors, for openers, for any part of it, like the springs, the hinges, the panels, whatever you need, you can get it. 24/7 service. OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987. So, Comfort Dental Beverly mentioned a clinic at 64th and Ward, and she said it's a Comfort Dental clinic. She went there last year. Beverly, what did they do, and why are you calling now?
Well, because I wondered if my dentures they're too big. Excuse me, my throat. They don't fit. They're worthless, and they're real. They said they were too big. I went to a dentist, and when I went to visit my daughter, she took me to her dentist, and he's a top dentist. He said, these are worthless.
What are worthless? What did they, Beverly, what are worthless? What did they do that you don't like?
The dentures.
Okay. The dentures are bad, is what you're saying.
Yes, and I've been trying to get help.
Okay. Did you write to the dental board?
No, because I don't know how to do all this stuff.
Okay.
I need help
Beverly,
to do stuff.
we'll help
I'm
you.
85.
We'll help you, Beverly, okay? All right, you're 85?
Yes.
Okay, we'll help you. Now, they made you bad dentures. Did you call back the Comfort Dental at 64th and Ward? Did you call them back?
I did, but you know what? They don't answer. I can't get any answer anywhere.
We need to help her.
And I called the right number because I called them.
Okay, hold on, Beverly. May I ask another question? The name of the doctor who did your dentures?
Dr. Tidy.
Tidy, T-I-D-Y?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Tidy, T-I-D-Y.
Okay, so do the dentures hurt you?
Oh, my, yes. They made my mouth so sore. And that other dentist, he's a top dentist, said, no, you can't wear these. They're way too big. No wonder you couldn't wear them. I wore them for half a day. They put them in, and I wore them the rest of the day.
So do you have any old dentures that you can use, or you have nothing?
No, that was my first time for my teeth pulled, because they got bad from wearing my plate because you got those wires. I fell when I was about 37, and I broke all 4 front teeth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
so
Beverly.
I had to wear these.
You had to wear those, and they wore out your teeth. Hold on. Beverly, we're going to help you, okay? We'll figure it out. We'll get someone to at least figure out what's going on with the dentist. Dr. Tidy, a Comfort Dental office at 64th and Ward. She says her dentures are bad. She said she got another dentist opinion. And what she's trying to do is figure out what to do with the bad dentures. She can't wear them. And she says they're not talking to her. So we're definitely going to get some action for her. Demetrius,
hey, real quick, do you remember the dentist?
Hold on, Demetrius, one sec.
Do you remember the Comfort Dentist? I forget what the actual practice was called, but the woman called in. Her kid had braces. She was supposed to be paying $120 a month.
Right.
And she quit making the payments because she lost her job. The braces started digging into the kid's gum.
And the doctor refused to do anything.
And he refused to take them off. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah. Demetrius, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Good, man. What's happening with your car?
So last year, some kids tried to attempt to rob me last year, and I ended up getting shot up in self-defense.
Now, hold on, were you arrested?
No, I was never arrested.
Okay, but some kids tried to rob you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what happened to you? You said something happened. You weren't arrested. What happened to you?
So they shot me up.
Oh, my God, they shot you?
Yeah.
How many times were you shot?
Like 5 times.
What, are you kidding me? You were shot 5 times? Where did this happen?
This happened in Montbello.
Oh, my God. So when did this happen last year, man?
This happened, it's about to be a year, January 26th.
Okay.
Did they have any beef with you or anything, or they were purely just trying to steal your car?
I think it was, I had a nice car. I don't know. They just tried to walk up on me.
How did you get to the hospital and all that? Like, did they take your car? What happened?
So I was in my car, and I don't know if they seen I had something to protect myself or what, but when they walked up, they didn't say, like, usually when somebody robs you, they be like, it's a robbery, basically. But they fatally basically just started shooting.
They just walked up and started shooting, and they took your car.
No, they didn't take my car. They this is in self-defense. I don't want to say, I don't want to incriminate myself.
Well, what happened with the car then?
Yeah, we're
take it, so what happened?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. You were a victim of crime, right?
Right, and I defended myself, and basically the detectives, they want to keep they kept my car for me to talk to them.
Oh, wait a minute. This happened in January 2021. They still have your car?
Yes, sir.
Because they said it was used in the commission of a crime, or it was part of a crime, so it's under the nuisance abatement law, right?
Yes, sir.
Are they going to keep your car?
I don't. That's the thing. I think so. At the time, I was on probation for some whole other situation, and so that when I got out the hospital, my probation officer had put me on ankle monitors.
Now, wait a minute. Were you on probation when you got shot up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they're thinking you were involved in something here. That's what they're thinking, right?
No, let me tell you, they seen all this on camera, so they know everything that went on.
Okay.
So it's not like they need me to. So basically, I feel like they're trying to use my mom, because the car that I had, it was in my mom's name, so she wants to get it back. So basically, they've been using my car for me to come talk to them.
No, they're going to keep it anyway. That's the problem. Anything used in a crime or part of a crime investigation they keep. That's how they, I mean, this is just the way our horror-loving mayor works and the rest of the city. That's the way they work with their nuisance abatement. I don't even want to get into that. So right now, what do they say when your mom calls and says, I want to get my car back? What do they say?
They basically said they want me to come talk to them. They want me to come talk to them.
So they say before they'll give you the car.
Yes, sir.
And what do they want you to say? What do they want to talk to you about? Maybe they want to get a lead on the guy. Hold on. We'll come back to that and more coming up.
Something's going down because he said he didn't want to incriminate himself.
This report is sponsored by...
Don't you think it was a beef of some sort?
They walked up and started shooting, and they didn't take his car.
And they didn't take his car.
Crash as well, really impacting those northbound lanes.
He's lucky, man. 5 shots. Shit.
Tupac.
And 5 shots. Shit.
Tupac.
That seems like a good drive. No reported problems on I-20.
Who killed Tupac? Did they ever charge anyone?
I don't think so.
Checking clear. Fox 31, 2.1.
I don't think they did, man.
Fox today has around 60.
When he got it,
Tonight close 28, and for tomorrow, a 50% chance for scattered afternoon snow showers with a high reaching 40, and then sunshine returns for the weekend. Currently, it's 59. With your impact, traffic and weather, I'm Laughlin, 6:30.
Discover thousands of dollars in new tax credits and your biggest refund guaranteed with Jackson Hewitt. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros.
Bare shelves, high prices.
Go to jacksonhewitt.com to learn more and find a location near you.
Core scans can save your life. That's C-O-R without the E. C-O-R scans.com. What do I mean by save your life? It's a test. And what they do is they scan your carotid artery while you sit in a chair. Less than 15 minutes, pain-free, non-invasive, $189. It looks for soft plaque. The good news is if you have soft plaque, something can be done about it to stop it and even reverse it. So this is the most accurate low-cost diagnostic method to save your life from heart disease or risk of stroke. Corescans.com. There's no reason to delay. You can make the decision to eradicate heart disease and stroke. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663. Hey, Ideal Home Loans is a lender. And if you need a loan, they'll listen, then they'll lend. What does that mean? They want to find a loan best for you. You might want to take some cash out to consolidate some high-interest loans or credit cards. They can teach you to do that and then use the savings to pay that off quicker. Or you might want to just lower your payment or shorten your term or pick whatever term you want. All of this is, of course, in Ideal's bailiwick because they want you to have an Ideal Home Loan. Some people want to just take cash out for fun. Others want to just lower what how long they'll be paying for their home. So they get a 10-year loan even. You can pick whatever term you want. And then the pre-approval is like a cash deal. When you go out to shop, your money's already set aside. You just need to find the house and you close. 303-867-7000. 867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com.
Donnie here with Fitness Gal.
All right, Mark.
Yeah.
3-line phone system, conference type. What would you look for? Where would you look for that at?
IP or fucking old school?
Probably old school.
POTS lines? Amazon.
Amazon? Really? Okay.
Yep. X-Blue if they're going to go Wi-Fi or whatever you call it. X-Blue's cheap and ours has lasted, what, fucking 10 years? It works great, man. It's bulletproof. And I've got, I don't know if you know this, those phones in there, he's got one at his house, I got one at my house. You just plug them into your router and I've got all our 4 lines and everything just like being here.
X-Blue.
X-Blue. I think it's xblue.com. And you don't need it. It doesn't eat that much bandwidth. If they already have Comcast or something like that, that is by far the best way to go. And it's cheaper as far as the POTS line compared to POTS lines. You know what I mean?
XBLUE?
I think so. Let me look. XBLU. And you can get them, I think, on Amazon. Yeah, that's it. In fact, you just want the X16. Here, check this out. How much is this one? You need to have the brain. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Here it is.
$500, under 500 for a whole system.
$399 for a 4-phone system. Let me see how many lines these are.
What is it? How does it work, Mark?
Same phones we have in there.
Call QC Kinetics now, 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986. That's 303-900.
Under $400 for 4 stations.
And the brain.
And
control.
Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged.
Oh, hey, it doesn't even matter, dude. You can use POTS lines too. It'll do either or.
Okay.
What will do either?
That's all right, B.
Yep, that's it.
What will do either or?
You can either do VoIP or POTS lines over the system.
What are we looking at a system for?
We're not.
He is.
We're not.
What do you need a system?
My daughter in Atlanta does something similar to what we're doing here, and she's trying to set up a phone system.
What do you mean something similar to what we're doing?
She does talent management for some TV show.
What does that mean? Like she recruits people to be on?
No, she coordinates COVID tests, contracts, and so on and so forth.
With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility.
That's a badass system, man. It's nicer than ours, just because it's updated. I mean, we don't need.
How much is this system?
$399 to get 4 phones.
And we'll be using control on Amazon.
Way back. I mean, we paid less than $1,000 for ours. What? It's been 5-6 years. That thing's been bulletproof, man.
Your money, your retirement.com.
Denver's talk station.
All you need is Wi-Fi, right?
What?
All you need is Wi-Fi. We don't pay the phone company anything for that.
All you need is internet.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Now, we had talked about this problem with Demetrius. We're going to try to help him out. Man, this sucks. Basically, his mom's car, he was in it. Some people tried to kill him, basically. They were shooting at him, shot him 5 times. Obviously, the DA thinks he was up to no good and they were involved in something. Now they have an open investigation, won't let his mom's car go until he meets with them. I'm not sure they can do that. Demetrius, do you have a defense attorney? I don't know why you need one if you're the victim, but they think you committed a crime.
I never went to court because they gave me a case, but I never went to court for it.
Well, were you charged with anything?
I never was charged with nothing. I never talked to a DA, a judge, nobody.
But were you ever charged with anything?
No, I was never charged with anything.
Okay, so you're not arrested. You're not under any charge. Nothing is going on. They simply took your car. But did they ever arrest anyone?
No, they never arrested anybody.
The people that shot you, did they shoot you and take off?
They ran off. Yeah, they ran off.
And then somebody called police, and then you were taken to the hospital.
I drove myself to the hospital.
Where were you shot? Where did those 5 shots land?
In my chest, my leg, my arm, and the bullet got stuck in my back.
Golly!
Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And you drove yourself to the hospital?
It was. I turned like a 20-minute drive into 10 minutes.
All right. I guess then the police, did they come to the hospital to question you?
Yes, sir.
And
they came.
If you didn't do anything wrong, why are they holding the car? We need to get someone on this to ask the police that. I mean, if you're not charged with any crime, why are they keeping the car?
I don't know.
It's for our, it's our scum-sucking city council and mayor. That's what it is. It's funny. For a bunch of communists, they sure as hell don't act like it. They just victimize people and take their cars and sell them. Honest to God. For a council, that's mostly communist, you would think that they would have some, at least, respect for guys that are victimized like this. So here's the deal. We need, Suze, someone who can get to this police officer. Do you have a detective who's handling this, Demetrius? Who is it?
What handling it, sir?
A detective.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a name. My mom sent me the name.
Good.
I'm going to send him to Smarty Marty, Tom.
Yeah, we're going to get the name of the detective and some contact information and just do some investigating. Like, why the hell are they keeping your mom's car? Now, they're going to say it's an active investigation. Come on, they can get all the forensics they need. By now, it's been a year. They're just trying to punish you. That's what Denver does. They punish people, by the way. It's a very common thing. Now, I want to talk to Jairus and Josh at Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies very quickly here, because we have a question about Medicare. Do you help when it comes to Medicare? Do you actually get into the weeds when it comes to supplements or Medicare Advantage or stuff like that, since you do retirement planning in general?
We're familiar with Medicare planning, absolutely, Tom. But we have a lot of folks that we partner with, and we know that you do as well.
Right.
We're comfortable with sharing their information with clients. And
so you work.
Really,
let me get that straight then. So when you have a retirement plan you're putting together for someone, and they have issues like maybe a reverse loan, maybe life insurance, maybe annuities, maybe they need, and you can take care of a lot of that, or maybe they need an estate planner, or maybe they need whatever they need. You're saying you reach outside of your firm, but you coordinate it.
Absolutely, because so many things when it comes to retirement planning impact another part of our retirement, like Medicare. If we're taking too much money out of retirement accounts, that could impact the premium that we're paying on Medicare, so on and so forth. So there's so many facets that factor into this retirement planning that we keep referring to. So we got to have the brightest and sharpest minds available.
All right, so what you do, I like that. So you're the traffic cop and take care of all this stuff and then coordinate the others. That's why they call themselves Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. More coming up.
It looks like the Beetle Circus Soleil's open.
That's a great one.
I think we've seen it. I know I've seen I've seen almost every one. I'm almost sure I saw the Beetle.
Goal is to start each day with tons of energy.
Grainberry cereal with amazing onyx sorghum.
Hellcat says run a background check. Just have a ream of paper ready.
Antioxidants than any fruit, vegetable, or cereal.
I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry cereals. Grainberry with amazing onyx sorghum starts with lower sugar than other cereals. Then we use only whole grains to help slow sugar absorption.
Grainberry.
Diabetes and prediabetes. Whatever your health goals are, find it in a bowl of Grainberry cereal.
Well, maybe we do opium for my birthday night and then do the comedy club with the Richards and the Johns.
I'm open to whatever you choose.
Yeah.
You had me worried there. I thought you came in talking about drugs.
What would they rather do?
I don't know. So what do you want me to ask? Real funny. So
No.
do you want to ask, like, Dave, what do you prefer? Jana, what do you prefer? Or just, like, knock it all out? Jana was good with comedy. So
It's up to honest to God.
I don't know if
it's up
I'm
to
like,
you.
I'm not like blown away by the Beatles.
No,
that
but
opium
in
one.
Circus Soleil.
I know the opium one looks cool though,
Yeah, it's right there. That's
and
what
it's right there.
Already passed by the House. He said Republicans can't use the filibuster to keep blocking legislation. Members of this chamber were elected to.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. Actually, I might want to see.
You're seeing Metallica. What would you like to see?
Hold on, I'll tell you. I was seeing what Brad Garrett's is showing for that day.
Yeah, those comedians, they look like.
Voluntarily cooperate with the select committee investigation.
What date would you do, Brad Garrett's?
Including
She's like they're 84% sold out, man. That's crazy.
The chair of the Commission on Presidential...
What were we looking at, the 22nd?
Well, if you and I do just the 22nd, or the 6 of us do the 23rd, we still got to figure out those other 2 tickets.
I don't know, but this is almost sold out, so let's figure that out.
is under fire for attempting a party while the country was in lockdown.
This looks good. Hold on, I don't know if I can get back to
Johnson
this.
also apologised for attending what looks like a party during strict lockdown in May 2020. And people couldn't even attend funerals, let alone parties. Johnson lambasted on the front pages of many papers this morning. The Daily Star saying, rules are only for you little people.
I regret very much
An evening with Whitney.
do things differently that evening. And Mr. Speaker, as I said,
Purple Rain.
I take responsibility and I apologize.
Cover group?
Yeah.
Rain, R-E-I-G-N, rain.
Okay.
Like Israel, Denmark is now offering a fourth COVID.
I don't know, but the Brad Garrett we got to book because I think it'll be sold out. This one, let's just see what.
The draw for the Australian Open is out, and it includes top-ranked Novak.
Maybe we do something Tuesday too. I don't know.
ABC News.
Well, Tuesday's my birthday.
Remember radio ads with
That's what I say. Maybe you and I do opium and we get 6 tickets for the comedy club.
your home insurance.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
All right, make sure they know that. I'll make sure Dave does, but whatever the tickets are, they're 100, 150 a piece or whatever.
Can you just say Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need?
I think I've seen every magician in Vegas at this point, and I can't say every comedian, but a shitload of them. Vegas, I mean a shitload of them. Anybody you've heard of, I've seen. How's that? Penn and Teller, Chris Angel, Copperfield. Well, there's a guy. There's a guy at. I think it's the Four Queens. No, it's not the Four Queens. It's it's one of those ones downtown. That was one of my favorites. I think his name was Mike Hammer. I'll tell you who I didn't like was Chris Angel. Why? I don't know, man. I thought he was just a lot better. I didn't think he was a great magician, that's all.
At the state's hospital.
All right, so you bet he does some crazy shit on TV, but is that all? I mean, he doesn't use camera tricks. So.
It is actually showing an increase.
No, I don't think so. You know what? Maybe I just hit him in a bad night. He didn't seem perked up. I mean, he did. Back then he did the show 5 days a fucking week. It was at the Pyramid one, whatever that's called. It just wasn't that great.
Fucking Biden's approval.
Look at that, 33% approved. 33%.
The annual parade celebrating the life and accomplishments of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. will return to the streets of Denver on Monday. The annual parade was held virtually last year due to the pandemic.
33%.
Now, impact traffic.
Yes, it just got another poll release. Who the fuck are Oath Keepers? I mean, I gotta see who the FBI arrested. Oath Keepers. Oath Keepers.
If you're going to be traveling on 225 Boulder
Oath Keepers.
Fox 31 pinpoint weather.
Oh, they're some of the insurgents. The leader and founder of the extremist far-right Oath Keepers militia. Man, that dude looks fucking squirrely, boy. He could get arrested just for looking like that.
You and get the refund you deserve, guaranteed. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros can help you find thousands worth of new tax credits. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros and learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
All right, let's talk about Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Frank Duran, by the way, is someone you want for a free market valuation of your home, and it's free for the asking. That's right. And it's detailed, and what he'll do is take photos and get comparables and let you know what it will do on the open market. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. And that's 303-920-6000. 1622. Okay. If you're looking to renew your bathroom, Renew Home Innovations can do that with a new shower or tub shower combo. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. American Standard fixtures, and they have absolutely beautiful wall systems that require no maintenance, special financing, and also special discounts for seniors and veterans. That's RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Thursday at 4. This should be a hoot. Publicist State of the State.
They're on. I just felt it was in-house.
She make sure she fired it.
You can fire it off though it's done because I'm going to be giving out a number a lot.
This will be fun. We'll have the highlights and the lowlights.
Who's coming in?
It's your chance to win $1,000.
Who's taking over?
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Family.
What happened to
Enter it now at KFIT.com.
What?
Keep
Who? Where?
listening with a $12K a day giveaway.
What? Where's where? I don't know. I just see her backpack on. She must be going somewhere. Fucking Brad Garrett's so funny, man.
This is a Troubleshooter Show. Now,
Tom Martino.
Let's talk. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Let's go to the phones that help you. If you need help, all you have to do is call 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. And we also have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies on. We'll go over various information there. When they're not here, you can always get them at rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center. That's rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. Justin, let's talk about your Sprinter van. What's going on with your Sprinter van, sir?
Hey, good morning, bud.
Hey.
If I could paint you a picture real quick so it makes more sense.
Well, yeah, you can do that. Hold on. And, yeah, we will look at that. You send it to our email. But right now, what is the issue about?
The issue is that I travel full-time. I bought a Mercedes Sprinter van, and 24,000 miles into a brand-new van, I lost all my turbo pressure, and it doesn't run safely. And 3 months later, 2 states and 2 different dealerships can't figure out what's wrong with it. And I'm still out a van, which is something to drive to and from work all over the
so
country.
What year is this Mercedes Sprinter?
2020.
And it was brand spanking new, 0 miles?
Yes, sir.
And you had it for how many months before that screwed up?
12.
Okay, so in the first year. So they haven't been able to fix it at all?
No, in the first year I put 24,000 miles on, and it has been 3 months, and multiple dealerships have tried to fix it. No one knows what's wrong with it. And
but what are the symptoms? What are the symptoms, Justin?
You drive the van, you get on the highway. Once you're up to speed at 70, it loses all of its boost pressure and drops to 40 miles an hour. And the boost pressure doesn't come back. And it
only loses the boost pressure at a certain speed?
No, that's the most dangerous time that it loses boost pressure, but it will lose boost pressure randomly and at any given engine cycle.
Really? Okay. It's not just on acceleration or speeding.
No, it's completely random. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, and there's no indication warning.
Well, according to the Lemon Law, during the first year of ownership, this is beyond the first year of ownership, so you're screwed. You could have probably, if they didn't fix it in the first year of ownership, you could have probably fought them under the Lemon Law.
It's within the manufacturer's warranty mileage.
Doesn't matter. I mean, well, that does matter, but not for the Lemon Law. It does matter, though, Justin. If you're still under warranty and they can't fix it, then they're going to have to do something about this. I mean, they really do. What do they plan on doing?
Nothing so far. I just keep being told to wait, and we'll review the case.
What dealer? Where is it now? What dealer now?
It is in our possession now in St. George, Utah. It has been in and out of the dealership in Utah.
Have they ever fixed it for a period?
Time.
When is the longest period of time you've gone without this happening?
Without it happening?
Yeah.
2,700 miles in between Omaha, Nebraska, and Utah.
And then it started
Omaha,
happening.
Nebraska. Yes, sir. Omaha, Nebraska said they fixed it with a brand new turbo. It lasted 2,700 miles and started all over again. That's how we wound up stuck in Utah.
Well, let me ask you this: has anybody looked at the waste? When they replace the turbo, do they replace the wastegate?
The wastegate monitor was the first symptom that Omaha, Nebraska found. They said it was corrupt. That's why they replaced the turbo, because they're connected.
Okay.
They can't be separated.
So they've basically gone through the whole system.
Yeah, 4 days ago it got a brand new engine mount wiring harness, and it was test drove for 100 miles. They said it was good to go. It ran that night, and the next day it starts all over.
That is crazy. I mean, so has anyone talked to you about replacing it?
Every time I talk to corporate, I finally got to, we'll review the case. It'll take a few weeks. But the grander scheme is that it's already been 3 months. I don't have a work vehicle or a place to sleep.
Oh, man. Is this finished inside?
I personally am finishing it. Our whole entire lives are on YouTube. I'm modifying it myself, and I've been working on it for a year. So
now, why is your life on YouTube? Tell me about it.
We sold our house in 2020. We bought a bunch of gear, including this van. We started a YouTube channel, and we travel full time.
Now,
the van was a major.
Was that done because of COVID?
Yes, sir.
And so what is your YouTube channel?
Never Ending Road Trip. 2 words.
Never Ending Road Trip. Okay. And you say 2 words. You mean never ending, or do you mean road trip, or you mean all separate words?
The whole thing is 2 words. Never ending.
Okay.
Road trip.
Got it. All right. Well, listen, yeah, I'd like to, I'm looking up your YouTube, but in any case, I think what we need to do is give this to someone to research and contact Deputy Doc or Deputy Dollar we can give to get to the dealer. I mean, they have to start talking about replacing this vehicle.
Well, and that's what corporate has finally now done, but the problem I have is corporate tells me every dealership is independently owned and operated, so they don't support them. The dealerships all have their rules, and corporate has a trip interruption policy, which you may think a Sprinter van, which is designed to go on long trips around the country for work or travel, would fall under that. However, the Sprinter van itself does not qualify for trip interruption policy, so I have not been reimbursed for a dime's worth of alternate vehicle.
Well, you're not going to be reimbursed for that stuff. You know, I mean, you got to just come to grips with that. Seriously.
And I have, but I'm still out a vehicle. We're talking about an $80,000 vehicle that's inoperable.
No, that's unacceptable, man. I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, my God, you have a vehicle, $100,000, and you can't use it. Now, by the way, are you the bearded dude with glasses?
Yes, sir.
You got a face for radio. What are you doing on YouTube?
Maybe that's why the subscribers are so low, bud.
Listen, this looks like fun. What did you do for a living that you decided to cash it all in?
I actually didn't cash it in. I operate heavy equipment for a major transportation corporation all over the country.
So you guys don't have any kids?
The reason we sold the house and bought the gear is to go travel together instead of me being gone all the time.
Very cool. And you don't have any kids?
I do. I have 2 kids and a wife. They're at base camp in South Utah right now, and I'm going through your home territory. That's why I called.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Suze, let's give this to somebody to work on. I think we need to cut through the mustard for this guy.
It's a technical term.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a time.
Mustard.
Why leave thousands
Mustard.
on the table
From the
with your
Latin.
tax return?
It's from the Latin term ketchup.
Much trouble.
This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the table this year. Discover thousands of dollars in tax credits instead. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Free legal advice is
available right now. If you're in an accident, so many people are going to have advice for you if you're injured. You're going to get so much wrong information. But what if you want to just get something from an attorney that's been in court for years and years doing personal injury? John Fuller, Fuller Law. Call and ask all of your questions free of charge, free legal advice. And if you decide to hire him, there is still no out-of-pocket. It's all done on contingency. You can't go wrong with John Fuller, Fuller Law. It's personalinjuryco.com or referralist.com or 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500. You can save a life. It can be your own or someone you love for $189. Now, that's the lowest diagnostic fee for the most accurate, really the most accurate method for looking at your risk of heart disease and stroke. You know, that's the #1 killer all over the world, bar none. Now, think about this. If you could have a scan that would show your risk and you could eradicate that risk, why wouldn't you do it? $189 gets you started. Core Scans, C-O-R, Core, no E, CoreScans.com, 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663.
Your insurance company hired an adjuster. Shouldn't you, as the oldest, largest, and most
respected public adjusting firm, Adjusters International stands ready to work with you as your partner in recovery. Our team of private adjusters represents homeowners and business owners, never insurance companies, and our time and resources are dedicated solely.
He's got his kids with him too. Holy shit.
Home, they said the kids was at home base. Whatever that is.
Yeah, where he keeps something somewhere then. But they're all living in a Sprinter.
There's no way.
And a dog.
There's no way he's saying that. Is he saying that?
Hundreds and hundreds of you have tried it
God,
the same way. And the feedback that you've been sharing through reviews is terrific. I've met with the owners, and they shared some interesting info.
And this guy's got
to their max relief balls.
Those are fucking expensive tickets, man.
It's basically a free extra 200 milligrams. And this stuff has been amazing for me with aches and pains. The more and more I learn about CBD, the more thankful I become for this relationship with Blue Sky CBD. Also, I want to let you know that if you've used promo code KHOW as a one-time code, please feel free to use promo code Dave, my first name, for 30% off your next order. If you or somebody you know could benefit, I highly recommend Blue Sky CBD and their entire line of products. BlueSky-CBD.com. Once again, that's BlueSky-CBD.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions.
This poor guy, man, he put all his shit, all his money into this.
How's it? What does he have pictures of the RV? Or the Sprinter?
That's because insurance companies tend to lump you in with other.
I mean, like on the inside?
Get overcharged. At Pi Insurance, we're on a mission to change that. With Pi, you get a quote.
How do I find it?
And you can save up to
Never ending, one word. Road trip, one word. Doing the search. And then go click on the channel.
At trypi.com. Pi makes workers' comp insurance as easy as Pi, with friendly representatives just a call away.
God, which one is it? Oh, here it is.
Excellent on Trustpilot.
Then you go to the channel, though, look at all the videos, because otherwise you're only going to see a smattering.
See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Watching TaxSlayer calculate your refund feels like climbing to the apex of a roller coaster.
I wish I got a refund. I do wish you got a home.
And flying down the track. At maximum refund speed. File for free with TaxSlayer Simply Free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Hi there, I'm Barry Miller, host of your greatest wealth building program, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Learn how to safely make 60 to over 100% on your money every year. 9 a.m. Saturday, 6:30 KHOW.
What if selling your car made you as happy as flowers, puppies, sunshine pie? Well, at EchoPark.com, it's so easy to sell your car, it actually does feel like flowers, puppies, sunshine pie. You're welcome. EchoPark.com. Buying and selling made happier.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Broncos GM George Payton and his committee are in Detroit today to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn for their head coaching position. NHL All-Star Game rosters will be released later today. As of January 8th, Nathan McKinnon was leading the Central Division fan voting. And the Minnesota Vikings have requested to interview Philadelphia Eagles executive Catherine Braish for general manager. According to NFL Network, it's believed to be the first GM request for a woman in league history. I'm J.D. Happ.
Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Denver's talk station wants to help you out with your holiday bills. Every weekday, it's the 12K a day giveaway. 12 chances a day to win $1,000. Just listen at 5 past the hour for the keyword to enter at khow.com. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Reese loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Devin has a follow-up with All World Automotive. I'm trying to get this original problem. Devin, explain to me what the...
It's not good, Tom.
Suze, what was the original... All World was... which problem was that?
All World Automotive...
Okay.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
Ford
He can tell us.
Explorer, Quincy and Buckley had some work done for a bunch of stuff, including heating and overheating. But
That's
the guy
right. He
closed up or something.
He paid $1,600, right? And problem's not fixed. Now, was the guy?
And no one's answering there.
That's what he said. So basically, Devin, did it turn out? Is this guy missing?
He has to be. I went up there today and found my truck with the keys in it, unlocked, with my dashboard ripped open. Still not fixed, not even a little bit.
And I tried calling the owner a few days ago when this call originally came in, Tom. I got no call back.
Uh-oh. This is just sounds like you're going to be ghosted. Were there any other vehicles there?
There were a few, not as many as that were there before, but I do have.
Devin, you are getting your car. You're going to get it back, right? You got to get it out of there. Devin? Did we get disconnected? Somehow. He's got to get his car. The keys are in it.
I'll call him back.
He says the dash is ripped out, but no matter what, he's got to get it out of there. No matter what. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Is this Harissa?
That's her name.
What's going on, Harissa?
Well, I've been having problems with my job. I've been there a half a year.
Yeah.
And everything's going pretty good. Just cleaning the buildings and the bathrooms.
Okay. Now, were you working for a company cleaning that or working directly for the tenant?
I was working for a company called the Temple. It's a club.
It's called Temple, Temple?
Yes.
Okay, so you were cleaning for Temple, and they clean buildings.
Yes, we clean the building. Uh-huh.
Okay. So what's going on? What's the problem?
Well, the first thing was everything was going okay, and then we all started getting these like really short checks, and so I was
What
the one
kind
that
of short? Well, what kind of short texts?
our pay.
Oh, checks. They started short checking you like they didn't pay you for the whole the whole shift or what?
Well, no, it was more like 16 to 20 hours.
Now wait, did they admit it was shorted, or did they try to pass it off as that's all you earned?
They tried to pass it off that's all that I had earned.
Okay, but are other people complaining too, or is it just you?
Oh yeah, it's the whole little janitor maintenance team. It's only 5 of us.
5 of you. So all five workers, including you, were shorted. So what's going on now?
So, I gave them a call, and they tried to say, that's what I earned, but I argued it down.
Yeah, but did they argue that with the other ones too? I mean, it sounds like 5 against 1.
They eventually went ahead to the office and spoke about their money too, and were promised their money, and I'm pretty sure they gave it to them by now, but I lost my place waiting on this money to come back to me. They had to check cameras and all this to make
Did
sure
you finally get the money?
I finally had got the money.
But okay. But as a result, you were evicted?
Yes. So,
holy crap.
I continued to work there, and there were still a few more issues, but they would, fix it after the fact as far as the money. Well, we all began to get sick, and it was hard for us all to work.
Like
and
COVID sick?
Yes, there's floods all the time in the bathrooms, and they go all the way out to the dance floor. Sometimes the party is still going, and we're trying to squeegee, feces and pee and stuff. To a drain. So finally,
this is a building that has parties?
Yes. Yes, it's Club Temple.
Club Temple. Oh, you said that. Club Temple. Now, this Club Temple, did you work for Club Temple, or did you work for someone else who cleaned for Club Temple?
We all work for Club Temple.
Okay. Were you a W-2 employee, or did they just give you a check?
They just give us a regular, direct deposit, or however a person wants.
But did they take out unemployment and all that other stuff?
Yeah, they take all that stuff out.
Okay. So you're W-2. So you're cleaning for them. You're getting sick. You started getting shorted. They took care of it. Where are we now with this? Where do we stand right now?
So now that I'm just have all this fatigue, we've all got sick again. The general manager had made a comment that he thought he had COVID, and I don't know if he went and got it checked or not, but my whole team ended up getting sick.
Uh-oh.
And so it's hey, I'm not feeling too good. And due to homelessness, there were times I would have to, go handle business and things like that, and he just treated me real bad, and tried to make me feel real bad. But I continued to work. And then they start cutting our hours, and then, all these things. Well, this particular day, I had an emergency yesterday. It was pretty bad, where...
So what are we getting at? Did you quit?
No, I did not quit. So he suspended me. But ever since I had been complaining about my money and, making them go on cameras to give me what they owe me, they do little things like pick on me. Someone said that I was intoxicated. I had ordered a few pops.
So were you fired?
He had threatened to terminate me if I didn't make it in today. And I was like, here's the thing, due to all of the, the unsanitary at this job, I really cannot make it in. We all try to take care of us.
Okay, I get it. So where are we going, though? Are you trying... See, if you feel like it's a hostile work environment, and that goes for not just harassment, that goes for unsafe conditions, whatever, you can quit and get unemployment.
Well, that is an option, but it's just a sudden thing. And he sent me a text message, and he says, well, if you're planning on getting unemployment, we will fight you and you will lose.
No, you won't lose. Most likely you will not lose. Most of the time, Harissa, and this is not necessarily a good thing, but most of the time employees win.
Yeah.
Most of the time, especially with what you're explaining to me. And do you have other people that will back up your story?
Oh, I have. We have group messages, so I have a long line.
Well, why don't if you send us some of that stuff? I'd like to see it. Who's the owner of Club Temple?
His name is Kevin, and he's the new general manager. He's been there for 2 months, and he's just really been his name is Kevin Flynn.
Is Kevin Flynn the owner, or is he just a GM?
I believe he's just the GM. I never got to meet the owner because I've only been there half a year. But it's just like we keep getting sick. We get better, and then we keep getting sick. And
is Kevin Flynn the one giving you the hard time?
Yes, and he just tells us, just make it look pretty. And I'm like, hey, we have to fix this because it's going through the pipes from the other bathrooms, and it just squirts out into one bathroom.
Oh, man.
And so...
Where's this? This is located downtown, right?
This is located downtown, yes.
Broadway.
Yes, yes.
On Broadway, right?
Yes.
Now, is this only for private events?
Some of them are private events, and then some of them you just go online and buy your ticket there, and then you come, and party,
Okay.
But it's like they don't even realize. And then there was an actual party going on New Year's Eve when it just flooded all the way to the dance floor.
Ugh, my God. Hold on. Suze, we need to get photos of group messages or any conditions there they want to share with us. And then we can start an investigation once they send us that stuff.
So Integra should still be going?
Yep, 2 more days. Or no, this will be it, Friday. Or tomorrow there might be one.
Now, impact traffic. This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
Right now we're looking at a good drive between Castle Rock and downtown, either direction of I-25. And your drive through downtown and the north suburbs up to Full Street on I-25 with no issues. In fact, it's a nice drive all over the metro area.
This is disgusting, this Club Temple.
Fox 31, pinpoint weather. Some clouds today and a high reaching around 60, and then tonight's low drops to 28. Now for tomorrow, a 50% chance for scattered afternoon snow showers with a high of 40.
Say that again, man, I missed you.
Currently,
The Club Temple is miserable.
Yeah.
Oh.
This sounds terrible.
Make their home your getaway.
Flooding from the bathroom to the dance floor. That sounds
Their Colorado
scary.
neighbors for the month of January and February with
Flooding
a Colorado
thinks he's in
appreciation offer.
urine.
All here, just a short drive away. Visit Broadmoor.com today.
I don't even want to know what the place looks like.
Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. This Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts in response to both of you. So, you wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save up to $1,000 on Sleep Number 360 Smart Beds, plus free premium burger when you add things. And Monday. For more, go to sleepnumber.com.
You have this week, is it just till tomorrow, Mark? Or it's open enrollment's closed?
15th, that's it, man. It's over this week.
On the 15th, that's the end of open enrollment. So call Integra Insurance. They are health insurance made simple and smart. They will help you through the maze of selections to find the right health insurance for you. If you have Social Security and you're getting Medicare, they will help find good Medicare supplements for you or a Medicare option like Medicare Advantage. Whatever it is, if it's health insurance related, this is the absolute positive deadline, January 15th. Otherwise, you have to have a life-changing event. So please call Integra, IntegraInsurance.com, 303-466-5500, 303-466-5500. You know, what I love about Frank Duran is the level of service he gives people. When you go to list a home with him, he cleans the house, he stages the house, he takes care of the house, he does research on the house, he figures. He doesn't ask too much, he doesn't ask too little. He wants to get as many offers as possible, and sometimes if you ask too much, you have to end up lowering it. Let me just say something. Frank knows what he's doing, and he has the stats to prove that he sells for more money and quicker than other people. He also does free market valuations of your home if you're even thinking about selling or upgrading. 303-920-1622. And he'll let you out of a contract because he wants to earn your trust and confidence every day. He doesn't hold you to a long-term contract. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Tune into The Mortgage Doctor this and every weekend. When it's time to buy a new home, lower your house payment, consolidate your debts, Steve Haney is The Mortgage Doctor and the go-to guy in Colorado. The Mortgage Doctor Show, Saturday afternoons at 3 and Sunday mornings at 9.
Ring in the new year with NeoU, the game-changing fitness app with real-time coaching, daily live workouts with friends, and thousands of on-demand classes like strength, boot camp, yoga, and more. Right now, get a 50% lifetime discount and pay just $3.99 per month when you sign up by January 31st. That's a lifetime 50% discount on your NeoU subscription, plus a 60-day free trial to kickstart your 2022 fitness routine. Get started now at neoufitness.com. That's neoufitness.com.
You know, right now is the time to put your home to work for you. It really is, because all of that equity that you've built over the past several years, it can now be accessed as cash to improve your financial condition. Whether it's paying off high interest debt or funding a home renovation, it doesn't matter. It's your money to use however you want to use it. All you need to do is call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans. Michael Brown here, and I want you to call American Financing and ask to speak to one of their home loan specialists that are honestly friends of mine. They're going to offer you free mortgage reviews with no pressure, no obligation, no upfront or hidden fees. You're just going to have a simple conversation with one of my friends around custom loans designed just for you. It could mean up to
Oh, I didn't mean to leave you guys in the commercial, but I did.
Okay.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Rate Loyalty Program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Rate, your neighborhood paint store since $18.99.
As we age, we can't always plan on good health, but you can plan long-term care coverage to get people.
Yeah, I think we did take that dang internet dump earlier because we've been rocking ever since I put it back up.
Upcoming free long-term care planning live webinar. This
Yeah.
morning at 9. You'll learn
Maybe they just dropped for a minute.
advisors will explain how long-term care works, what the coverage pays for, and you'll discover all the new options and different ways to fund a plan. They even have plans with lifetime benefits that pay you back if you never use it. Then when you're ready, 525 Advisors will design a custom plan with you, just like they're doing for my husband and me right now. I love how much time they've spent with us, and it's not just me. Read the reviews. People love working with Brian and Madeline at 525 Advisors. So get the great peace of mind long-term care coverage gives you. Sign up now for the free live webinar this Saturday morning at 9. Sign up at 525longtermcare.com. That's 525longtermcare.com.
How long will this bull last? What will the next recession look like?
The Supreme Court ruled on the vax mandates.
Oh, what'd they get?
No go.
They said no go for big business, allows mandate for some healthcare workers.
Oh, okay. And I'm sure they're all, yeah. Supreme Court blocks admin. You know why some healthcare workers, it's not too interesting, but it's somewhat interesting. It's because
you know the most important thing Trump
they get money from the feds.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies we have online, and we're talking about getting ready for retirement. What's the very first thing you do if someone has a meeting with you? Whether you meet with them, they meet with you, what's the very first thing? I'd like to know the steps involved. You know, people hear retirement planning, and it's just basically hazy. What exactly do you do?
Well, Tom, that's an awesome question.
Yeah.
I think too often folks think, oh, man, you know.
Like, what's the very
planning,
first thing? Do you have for example, do you have a questionnaire?
We do. We keep it real light. We ask questions about your situation, but most of all, we want to know what's important to you. You know, and once we learn that, then we can start diving into that questionnaire and ultimately determine whether we can add value to folks' lives or not. I mean, we keep it real simple, real low-key, and we make sure it's a comfortable setting for you, because when you divulge financial information, you're essentially naked at that point.
Right.
So we want it to be a little bit more comfortable for folks.
How do you make money? Like when they come to you to plan, people always want to know, well, what's in it for you?
That's a really good question, Tom. I think too often, when it comes to financial planning, people are asking, well, how much is this going to cost?
Right.
And the ultimate answer depends on what strategies we're going to use. But our goal is to make sure that anything that you do with us strategy-wise costs as little out of pocket to you as possible.
But what about are the fees built into what you offer?
Absolutely, and they're very transparent for folks. Before any commitment is ever made to us, we lay it out in black and white what our planning and strategies are going to cost for folks.
Okay, so it's not a percentage of assets?
Part of it can be, absolutely, but there's other strategies where there's no percentage that our clients are paying us. Sometimes companies compensate us for bringing them business.
Okay, and so the investments are one thing, and then the planning, the other part is looking at their long-term care, looking at their taxes, how they file. What else? Estate planning. You work with their estate planning attorney?
Yep. Social Security claiming options, all that kind of stuff works into this calculation. And one thing that's important, Tom, is that when we visit with folks, we're not going to charge them anything. They're never going to write us a check for the planning that we do. The only time that we will make money is if we decide ultimately in the end to do some business with them where they're going to have us help manage some of those funds that they've got.
All right.
So we're more than willing, and we've worked with thousands of clients in this manner, we're more than willing to spend 1 or 2 or 3 consultations with somebody, help them make sure they're clear on what it is we're recommending before we even make a dime, because we want to make sure that we're earning our keep.
That's important.
As well as serving the clients.
That's important. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Thank you. That is important. rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. Mark?
Just winner chicken dinner, man. Supreme Court blocks Biden COVID vaccine mandate for businesses.
Yeah. So, no mandates for businesses. It's not under the president's purview,
It's not under OSHA.
Under the Supreme Court. And, of course, we have a conservative Supreme Court, slightly conservative Wade. But that is the ruling. By the way, Devin, let's see. Did Devin get disconnected?
Well, yeah, and he's back. See, Tom, I know you told him to go get his vehicle because he found it with the keys in it and whatnot.
Yes, of course.
He can't afford to get the vehicle.
Well, no,
there's a lot of issues
I know
there.
that's what he says, but, I mean, there is no other alternative. It's his vehicle. No one else can get it. I mean, Devin, listen, I understand you took it there. You spent money you didn't have. This clown didn't do anything to fix it. Did he do anything at all? Anything, even wrong? Did he do anything?
I mean, my dashboard was ripped out, so I'm not sure what he's done, but I drove it around the parking lot.
And you can't find this guy. Does this guy have a cell phone?
That's what I called.
And you can't get an answer?
No.
Nope.
Oh my God. Okay, so what we have to figure out, though, you got to get your car. I mean, you got to get.
I took my keys, so he would have to contact me because my truck's just sitting there. I have my keys. This is the only set of keys I have, so I took it smart enough to take my keys.
How much does cast iron charge, Mark?
I don't know now,
it's a
honestly.
Flat rate.
It's like somewhere, if you mention Martino, it's between $50 and $75 for a normal distance.
How far
would honestly cheap now?
How far would you have to have it towed?
6 miles tops.
What's that?
It would be in there. It'd be fine.
Yeah, you ought to call Cast Iron Recovery and tell them Tom Martino told you to call and get a special deal. You got to get it out of there. Devin, you're going to lose your vehicle, and then it's going to be worse. Then we got to figure out.
Well, where would you put it right now? It doesn't run.
Like, I'm still without a vehicle. I paid $1,600 to have my car. And
listen, just real quick, man. Where would you put it if it got towed to you? We realize it doesn't run.
But we would have somebody analyze it or something and try to figure out what we have to do to get it running again.
My point is he might, I don't want him to put it somewhere where it's just going to get towed.
No, I understand. How many miles on it?
Just hit 200,000.
Oh, my God.
Like, okay, so I paid for the heater, but there was like a front differential and rear differential. After I didn't hear from him for 11 days, he agreed for me not to bring my lawyer involved. He would fix everything wrong with my truck, and I had that text message. I saved all of this.
Yeah, but it's so what though? You're not going to find the guy. His name is Hagrit Ali, right?
Hazrat.
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 Okay,
as in rat.
Hazrat. I get it.
Exactly.
Golly.
You know, if it truly needs a front and rear differential,
it's not worth it.
I wouldn't even pay the $55, man.
Yeah, why don't you, I know what you're going to say.
It's all I have. I have nothing. I'm disabled. It's literally all I have right now.
What is all you have? That car. But you can't afford to get it running. It might be cheaper to get you another vehicle. How long have you been using this?
He was gonna fix it.
How long? Well, I know he's going to fix it, but he's gone. You had it for about 2 years. What we need to figure out is if we can get Devin another car. Those listening, do you have any ideas? Do you have help for him?
Let me do my recording. I gotta piss so bad.
Why don't you? Oh, you don't want to do both?
I'll do both real quick. I gotta.
Thank you. He's going to do both of them. If you could hit his button at the end, I'm going to take a walk.
That's code name for piss.
Not this time. I'm just taking a walk.
Code name for another.
How about that? I'm taking no. Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay.
Or if we had snacks, we don't.
It's because I am eating nothing lately.
Yeah.
As soon as I want to eat again, we'll all eat again.
Unplanned, man.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm's new bed review sale. Start the year off right. Shop select mattresses from top brands starting at $159.99. Plus, you'll even get immediate delivery. Don't miss out.
All right, check it out. True story. Matt with Paragon Services, the Granby fires. Now, I'm not talking about the Boulder fires, but if you're
in the Boulder fires, you need to call Matt, and here's why. Granby fire almost a year ago, maybe a little longer. This one customer he had, State Farm, only offered like $500,000 for the dwelling, total loss due to fire. $200,000 for the content, $700,000, and they didn't want to rebuild right there. I mean, they had a lot of acreage. It was all burned to the ground. They wanted to get the most they could get and get out of there and rebuild somewhere else. At first, the insurance company wanted nothing about that. Here's what Matt did. Instead of 5 plus 2, $700,000, Matt got him the absolute maximum that policy had, $2.1 million. They got the check. They started, I don't know if they've already rebuilt somewhere else or bought a house, but done and over. Here's the kind of things that made the difference. Code upgrade coverage they didn't want to talk about. Debris removal, landscaping coverage, O&P, overhead and profit. You know your insurance company usually has another 10% over everything that they're supposed to pay you. Building extension coverage, other structures. You need help with these fires. You need to call Matt with Paragon Services, 719-726-0020. Honestly, it's all free. You talk to him. He'll look at stuff. The advice is free. He'll tell you how it works if he gets involved. But just as a minimum, call him up and talk to him. He's the owner, Matt, Paragon Services, 719-726-0020. And when you are rebuilding, call up my favorite flooring company. Suzanne and I have used them numerous times, simplyfloorsinc.com. It doesn't matter if you have just a fix and flip or a $3 million house. If you want hardwood, tile, LVT, carpet, these are your guys, and they usually beat the big boxes by up to 40%. Simplyfloorsinc.com. They'll bring the showroom to you, or you can visit their showroom, but it all starts at simplyfloorsinc.com. Say it with me, simplyfloorsinc.com.
Don't.
I know they're long. I always go long in the last two. I'm thinking it's almost 2 o'clock.
No, you're early, dude.
No, it's okay. We got this
Oh, man. Gotta go. Gotta go, Jack.
We got through all of Yellowstone, so that's good.
I love that.
Is that Kevin Costner? Team Beth. Love that woman.
That girl is
I wish I had her balls.
fire. That girl is good fire. She's nice.
And I met Mitch. I love this story. Came to America with $300 in his pocket. He starts working in granite and then decides to have his own place. Fabricates beautiful countertops. The latest quartz countertops. He is fabricating them again with beautiful colors. And remember, the bathroom is always free when you have the kitchen done, and tear out and always.
I wonder what the vote was. Did we get a breakdown of the vote?
I haven't seen it.
Was it split? Let's find out.
Oh, boy. I love when the brain cells are kicking out in the neutron.
They actually have brain cells.
So basically,
Actually, KOA News is, I think it's pretty good. Go ahead, what were you saying, bro?
I don't know what the number is on the vote for the mandate. How many?
6-3.
Oh, it was. So write down conservative.
Well, the one guy, Roberts, the head honcho, he's not, I mean, he was supposed to be conservative, but he's gone the other way on a lot of stuff. But it still would have been 4-5 then. But it was 6-3, so he was over there. Here was the whole thing, man.
So the three that went against it are the liberals.
Yeah, the one that said that there's 100,000 children dying in the hospital, Sotomayor. But here's really all they were saying. Here's what it came down to. Once again, it's so ridiculous. The way they went along doing it, instead of going through Congress, the president said OSHA had the power to do it.
No, I know.
They said this is the furthest reach ever of what OSHA can do. How can OSHA make someone get a vaccine?
Well, it's a bigger question on authority. What they're saying is this. When the administrative branch or Congress grants an agency authority, unless they delineate the specifics of the authority, they can't take liberties. And then the others argue there are some things, for example, when we formed the EPA or we formed OSHA, COVID wasn't even there. We couldn't have included it.
But it still doesn't matter. It's an overreach from what OSHA was. Can you imagine if they did that? Then OSHA could tell you when the flu's going around what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you got to get a flu shot.
Hi, Tom
Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I want to keep going here. People have been waiting. Bennett, what's going on with you? Bennett, what's happening?
Hey, Tom, I'm at the point where Mark says he could pull out your teeth. I've been having so much trouble with Dish. We went to the new Hopper. And
what is the Hopper? What is that with Dish?
It's like a DVR that holds, like, I don't know, just a ton of different things.
Okay, so why are you at your wit's end? What's going on?
Well, since they installed it, I have had nothing but major problems. The one TV should record only on itself. The second one only on itself.
Right.
They're all recording on all three TVs, and I don't even use the third one. I've had the remotes replaced.
So hold on a sec. Hold on a minute. I don't think that is a problem. I think... Go ahead, Mark.
Well, yeah, so what the hopper does, and I haven't had one for 10 years, maybe 15, but it's like one central DVR.
That's what it is.
It doesn't matter what TV you're recording from, Bennett. It's all going to be there, so you can access all the recordings on any TV in the house.
But it doesn't record each TV separately.
Yeah, and why would you want it?
It doesn't, Bennett. It just doesn't do what you think it should be doing.
Well, the other problems that I've had with this, Tom, I've had 2 Joeys replaced. I've had 2 remotes replaced. And
what is a Joey?
A Joey is just the cable box. So where the DVR itself is its own modem or box, and then in the satellite rooms you have little Joeys. Hopper, of course, is a big kangaroo. You got little Joeys in the other rooms that are just little receivers.
Oh my God!
It sounds like, I mean, having that many replaced.
So basically, each TV transmits to a Joey.
Yeah, each TV has its own Joey, and all the Joeys are connected to the hopper, the big box that's also a DVR.
Okay.
It's really old school stuff, man.
Yeah, and so right now, though, Bennett, if you record, you can record programs, right?
Yes, I can.
And they all go to one DVR, is that right?
Yes.
But you want to be able to look at one TV and see only the stuff that was recorded on that one TV?
Correct.
They don't do that.
But why? I'm more even curious. Why are you? Tell us the truth, Bennett. Are you recording some of that Playboy or Penthouse stuff, and you don't want it popping everywhere?
No, Mark, I wouldn't do that on my.
Then what is it that bothers you that all your recordings are centralized?
Well, that is probably an error on my part. But I can't believe, like this morning, I go to turn on my second TV, and it will only turn on the Joey, but not the TV.
Well, that's a whole different ball game, and that's some way the way the system was set up. Bennett, have you ever thought of just simplifying your whole system?
I thought about throwing it out, to be honest with you.
Here's the problem. If he just got it, man, he definitely did a 2-year deal. So it's not even worth talking about something else.
So you're saying the remote that turns on the TV just turns on the Joey and not the TV?
Yes.
That's a setting. All that is, honest to God, Bennett, that's just a setting. They have the wrong. So how do you get your TV on? You take the remote out for the TV and turn it on?
Well, I take out the TV remote. And
that's what I just said. Yeah, Bennett. I promise you, just someone has to sit there and configure it for you. I mean that sincerely.
There's somewhere in there, so when you turn the TV on, there's somewhere in that Joey setting where it'll say program remote, and it'll say, do you have a Sony, a Samsung?
Yeah, and it's too much to go over on the air, but really, maybe we can get someone, I know who we might be able to get. Where is Bennett located in general?
That's a good idea.
I think
aren't you in Littleton, man? Or are you
where by Southlands, Parker.
Okay, I think we can get someone to help you, Bennett. Hold on. I'm thinking of ITED. He's our tech guy, and I think he might help you. He can help a lot of people with a lot of things, and we'll talk about that coming up.
He said that, I was thinking of Angie, that she was still in there. You know her. You know. I don't.
As the oldest, largest, and most respected public adjusting firm, Adjusters International stands ready to provide you with a path to financial and emotional recovery. Call today at 800-248-3888. That's 800-248-3888. 800-248-3888.
Talk about estate planning because it's so important. As you know, we have guests on today talking about retirement in general. When it comes to estates, which should be part of any retirement plan, I love BlakeHarrisLaw.com. I've been working with him for years, and he takes care of people. He gives you free legal advice at 833-ASK-BLAKE. That's 833-ASK-BLAKE. Really, true legal advice towards your estate plan, whether you need a will, a trust, probate, how to protect yourself, how to protect your heirs. BlakeHarrisLaw.com.
So, are we off?
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one.
ABC News, I'm Zachary Keish.
President Biden is on Capitol Hill meeting with Democrats in an in-person plea to change Senate rules in an effort to address key voting rights bills. Before the meeting, moderate Democrat Kristen Sinema took to the Senate floor saying she won't support the filibuster rule change to a simple majority.
I share the concerns of civil rights advocates and others I've heard from in recent months about these state laws. I strongly support those efforts to contest these laws in court.
Senator Sinema says she believes it will lead to deeper divisions and believes there's a bipartisan solution. The winter surge of COVID cases due to Omicron is leading to staff shortages, higher prices, and an uptick in jobless claims. 230,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. Extreme heat led to 2021 being the 6th hottest year on record for the planet. This is ABC News. A company called Lodestar Works is developing personalized guns that can be fired only by their verified owner. The new technology unlocks the firearm with a fingerprint, a chip, or with a Bluetooth connection. The State Department is seeking clarification from Israel after an 80-year-old Palestinian with U.S. citizenship died following...
Hey, if you don't vote for me, I ain't black. Oh, he must not be black then. Damn.
I'm not black, I'm brown.
Damn.
You guys are just like operating like shit.
Oh, shit. I was going to tease it for next hour.
Put these guys back on the shelf soon.
We're going to tease that whole Home Depot thing. I got all the information last night. I got all the recordings. Black gentlemen.
You do? You had the recordings and all that?
We went through everything last night.
Honest to God.
Yeah.
You're not bullshit.
We got.
I even sent him to him to listen.
And I don't get privy to this.
Just because you ran out of us, we got everything except the initial trigger to the guy.
Well, we don't even care about that.
Which we don't really care.
You're going to be shocked how we usually get one side of the story.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Goodness, this is sweet.
Can we get the guy back on?
Yeah, why not? We might as well get him back on. Curtis. Yeah, we might as well sock it to him.
Okay. I'm trying to find...
You know what I'm having tonight?
I can't...
Tom, do you think rodeo stuff is cruel? I do. I think it's just cruel.
Yeah.
Roping cows.
No, I'm not talking about ranchers who ranch and do their job. I'm talking about rodeos where it's a show off.
Oh, like the bull.
You ever met a guy who wants his balls tied up to make him buck? No. It's just seriously, I think it's cruel.
No, but we also...
And I'm not like a big animal rights person.
The bucking and all that, yeah.
I like
the
bullfights.
roping up the baby cows.
Bullfights, a good cockfight. Gotta love a good cockfight.
Am I crazy, Tom? Do you kind of find it cruel too?
I don't go to rodeos.
Bum fights. You like bum fights? Howard Stern used to do bum fights.
I mean, it's one thing if you're a rancher and that's your job. It's another to be showing it off like it's another dick swinging move.
What were those women called in the show though?
I forget, rodeo rats or something.
Rodeo rats. All the chicks that hang around the rodeo.
It just bugs me. I'm like, I don't know why anybody gets joy out of
I don't
that.
enjoy it, don't like watching it, but I don't give a fucking shit about it.
I just...
Mutton busting, bull riding, all that shit, who cares?
Because they're hurting the bulls.
It's
like
probably a better life. It's
balls.
probably a better life than growing up in some place where you're getting slaughtered when
And you know me, I'm not a big animal rights person or anything, but I don't know why that.
How about dog fights? Nothing like a good
I would not go to a dog
fight.
fight. You know, you wouldn't either, Mark. I don't care what you say. You would not partake.
I'm teaching Dima right now. Dima's going to be the biggest dog fighter around.
So CNN is still on the White House lawn.
Oh yeah.
Dima will just kiss him to death.
Look, they're still January 6th. They're not even talking about how Biden just got the biggest blow ever. Isn't that amazing? Breaking news. January 6th, more arrests.
Look at all the people on it. No one.
Not one person talking. God, it just is insane. Thanks for pointing that out and getting my blood pressure up again, Lee. I appreciate it.
What?
Just getting my blood pressure up again. Just pointing bullshit out.
What?
The hypocrisy of everything.
What?
Yeah. You're fucking president. You know what? He really, according to him, he basically is a brother. He's lived it. I mean, even though he's an old rich guy that's got more money than any of us.
He got arrested.
He got arrested, trying to
jail for protesting
numerous times. But you know what? He's just like every other brother out there.
You know what?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh yeah, come on, man.
He always likes talking about Jim Crow. Jesus Christ, that's his favorite expression.
What are these, the Jim Crow days?
Yeah.
You know what Talib was telling me, though, and he was serious? He's convinced that a lot of black folks are seeing through that bullshit now.
I'm extremely serious, and a lot of black folks have always thought that bullshit.
They just always act like,
It's an automatic,
not just black people. They act like they're fucking every black person's sheep.
That's exactly. They act like every black person's progressive.
Mm-hmm, but that's not us. That's them acting.
Yeah.
And we know who they are.
That's why I like Trump. He never did anything wrong. Nothing. Didn't lie. Didn't fib.
Treated women with utmost respect.
more respect than anybody I ever met.
Boy.
Hey, what? Who would you rather have dealing with China in a war, though? I'll tell you. We'd be speaking in Chinese.
I don't know.
Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino for RealCBDThatWorks.com. Don't forget, they have a cosmetic line now, 30% off with Tom and the promo code RealCBDThatWorks.com. Let's talk. What is on your mind? I'm going to go right to the phones. Listen, we have a really serious case that came up that I really, really did not like. I didn't like the way this was handled. If anything came off the way Curtis mentioned it, oh my God, was it weird. Oh, and I want to get to that because no one should go through this for a lousy return at Home Depot. So what we're going to do is recap it first. But Mark says things may not always be as first perceived. Talib said that too. The two of them did some investigating, a deep dive into this situation. Hours. Curtis went to Home Depot July 26th and bought some stuff, including a piece of wood that was a 2x10. Other people would call that a rafter, whatever it is. It's like a 2x10. But it was 12 feet long, and he wanted to get it cut into 4 pieces. So he had it cut into 4 3-foot pieces. Now, that means that when he went to the checkout, only one of them had the SKU scan on it. So the cashier scanned it and saw there were 3 others and entered it as if he bought 4 pieces of wood. Now, no one is really disputing that. They charged him for 4 pieces of 12 feet instead of 4 pieces 3 feet each.
I don't know. According to Curtis, I don't know what you mean by no one disputed it when he went in there to point out the issue.
No, what I mean is they finally got around to saying, oh, yeah, we see
enough.
that. You should have noticed it. They're not disputing it's not on this receipt. They see it there. But here's what happened. He says when he went back to the store, and Curtis, you can you're here with me if you want to mention. But when you went back to the store, you basically said, I want an adjustment here. I was overcharged. You heard the woman say, hey, we got a black guy here looking for a refund.
Black gentleman.
A black gentleman. And to me, that's weird. Why would you even say that? I mean, so then the manager comes over, and by that time, you're just a little keyed. I mean, you're thinking, wait a minute. And the manager comes over and says, well, man, why didn't you notice this? You should have noticed this. And he starts a little challenging bit, and you were upset about it. And then, basically, you said, just check the camera. You'll see I'm telling the truth. He said, well, that'll take a while. and you thought they were very dismissive if I had to give a word to it. So you filed a civil rights complaint. Then during that process, the store manager called and apologized, and then a claim service called and says, can we put this behind us? Let's just settle, drop the complaint, blah, blah, blah. And then when you figured, okay, well, at least I'll talk to them, they said, well, now you can't talk to us because it's with our attorney. And now, bottom line is, there's a civil rights complaint, Home Depot's attorney's involved, and you just want some kind of satisfaction. You don't just want a credit, you want some kind of satisfaction. Although you haven't mentioned a dime, you haven't mentioned money, you just want people held accountable. And again, I realize this was glossing over it quickly, but I had to get it out in a summary. Now, Mark, what did you do last night?
Well, Curtis sent me audio along with the actual complaint, the answer to the complaint, and the complaint itself, just everything. Numerous audio, 10 minutes of him and
And Talib heard it too.
Oh, yeah. Him and the store manager talking. Here's what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened in my
Go ahead.
He walked in to return this thing, okay?
Yeah.
She was going to return it at first, just based off of what he said, but it was probably over a certain dollar amount she wasn't qualified to do. So she does get on the phone, and I truly believe she went to her manager or her assistant, whoever this guy is, and said, hey, I've got a black gentleman up here trying to return something, and, it's probably a little fishy. I think that's kind of the messaging.
But you didn't hear that on a recording.
No, you don't hear that because he starts recording directly after he hears that.
Okay.
So you got everything basically from there. What you do have is this guy coming up, and he's an assistant. I think his name, what's his name, Curtis? Zeron or something?
Okay, whatever.
Xander.
Assistant manager.
Yeah, assistant. So this guy comes up, Xander. Xander does accuse him, and I heard this on tape, and I don't care what anybody says. He doesn't outright say, hey, you're a thief. But there is no way you could listen to that and not believe he's basically calling Curtis a thief. That's what he's doing.
Let me ask you this.
Basically, how stupid could you be not to notice?
Let me ask you this then.
Yep.
If this happened to you, would that have pissed you off, this Sanders attitude?
Oh, my God. I was pissed off just listening.
Oh, so you don't think Curtis is exaggerating?
No, I think it's worse than how Curtis put it. Here's what
goodness.
What Xander did that he didn't bring up yesterday, but when you hear it, I probably would have gotten in trouble at this point.
Okay, what did Xander do, the assistant manager?
After he questions him, what do you think I'm trying to pull a fast one type thing? He goes, you know what? You're being rude to me. I was going to return it. Now I ain't going to return it.
That's what Xander said to Curtis.
That is not verbatim, but that is the attitude and what he said to him. I couldn't believe hearing that. So basically, at this point, now I got to go back to the paperwork.
Why do you think Xander was such an idiot?
Because he was having a really crappy day.
I want to know
something.
Do you think if it was a white man doing that, the same thing would have happened?
Probably.
No, I'm serious.
I don't. Well,
what do you think, Talib?
No,
you heard it. What do you think?
Let me answer, then Talib will answer. I think what set him off to begin with had nothing to do with Xander. It was being referred to, and he's the only guy there. The store's closing in 20 minutes. There's a black guy up here trying to get a refund.
Here's what I want.
But he's already in that.
I'm not asking about Curtis. I'm asking about Xander. Did Xander sound like? I don't know how you do this, but do you think
Xander sounded to me as trite as a person could be when trying to deal with a customer? Xander sounded like he was like
just zero training.
Like he came over there.
Like he wanted to get on his. It was bad. Do you think it would have happened if Curtis was a white man?
You're taking it.
I'm asking. I'm not. I wonder. What's your impression?
I don't know if it would have been as bad, but I think the guy
was a jerk.
Is such a jerk. It couldn't have gone right no matter what.
Does Xander still work there?
Yes, but hold on. I want to get to that.
Go ahead.
So this goes down. This poor guy doesn't end up getting his refund for 5 days later. So 5 days later, he goes in to get the refund. He's got another recording. He's dealing with some young lady that's apologetic. She knows about the situation. She even acknowledges the video was pulled. She's being good, really good.
Got it.
Well, guess who walks over just being a jerk again?
Xander?
Xander.
What does he say?
I don't even remember. He's just being confrontive, combative. So anyhow, that goes down. Then he files a complaint. Corporate, whoever gets the complaint, store manager, who already hung up on him once, okay?
Yeah.
Hung up on him
Calls
once.
back.
Calls back and talks to him. I couldn't believe this either. She was more worried. Listen to this, man. She apologized. She got a few things out. Then she wanted to know if she was being recorded, and she wouldn't let go of it. Curtis kept going, what's the difference if I'm recording you or not? In the state of Colorado, I'm allowed to record, and we can talk about two-party
Yeah, of course,
but it doesn't matter. The bottom line was she became more interested about the recording than the apology and everything else, but she admitted they totally screwed up. That woman or that girl, I don't know how old she is, that was working there that said the black gentleman is no longer there.
What about Xander?
Xander is still there. I don't know what he's doing because in that message with the store manager, no, I'm sorry, in the response to his complaint, Home Depot's attorney basically said at the time he was assistant manager of blah, blah, blah. But they don't say what he's doing now. They're basically referring to him as if something has changed. So I thought long and hard about this.
All right, hold on, and let's come back to it. Was there discrimination? What should he do about it?
I'm Tom Martino.
We set you up good, didn't we? You thought that was going a different direction.
No, I wasn't sure.
You know, Marty brought something up. I don't know if you saw this too. No, he only sent it to me. It says, remember the lady who wants to retire from being a prison guard?
Yeah.
It was like pulling teeth to figure out. He just said, you can get
Hey, let's talk about getting something that can save your life. It's a scan of your carotid artery
Called Core Scans. It's a COR without an E, corescans.com. I'm a real believer in this technology because I had it done. It detected some soft plaque. That could have been a problem. I stopped it and am reversing it, and you can too. $189 can save your life. You can choose to have heart disease or stroke, really. You can choose to eradicate it. What's stopping you? It's $189. 720-740-2663. Everyone should be doing this. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663. Do you know right now you can call and get a price on the phone of what it will cost to get your counters redone from the Art of Granite? Now, you can do granite, as the name implies. You can do quartz or quartzite or marble, any solid stone or any man-made surface. Give them a call. TheArtofGranite.com is the website. You will love their prices. They're so proud of them, they'll give you a price on the phone. Call for your price. Just describe your project and get it. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
You know, I've talked about
he's basically saying she might be able to pull out early if she gets on disability for mental stress. It is, actually, because let me tell you, she sounded fucking burned, man. I think you could tell her, if you wait 3 months, and I think she'd say, fuck that.
She might be running down the street naked. Nah, AG, you're a defender of the dumbness. I'm not having it.
What's happened? Well, it's like me watching the news. You're just primed for punishment. I bet you can't guess where I went with this.
What do you mean?
I bet you can't guess where I went with dealing with this last night.
I went with it. Like, where did you go with it?
Well, where would you have gone with it? Let's say you listened to it and have the exact same feeling I did. What would you do next?
Call them.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I mean, not last night maybe, but I would.
They're not going to talk to you, but okay.
So what did you do?
What am I going to tell you until we're back? That's what I'm saying. I couldn't have told you what I was going to do until it hit me like that. Just like that. I've never done it before.
I don't think he's ever done it before. Tom's trying to see if you can see it in my face.
No, I didn't even like. It just. I'm sitting there thinking. I actually texted one of our attorneys, and I'm trying to think of. We don't have a civil rights attorney, and this thing is so small. A civil rights attorney is not even going to really get involved. So that's kind of the conclusion. Then it hit me. It hit me right between the eyes what to do. But I'm not going to tell you. I was shocked you said Belinda thought different.
Oh, Belinda's marginal about a lot of stuff. She
didn't like his kind of attitude.
Yeah, she's thinking
Black
that
guy's attitude.
Yeah. But it's after like everything that could have went wrong went wrong. He had a better attitude than I would have at this
You would
point.
have felt the same way as this guy, wouldn't you?
At the very moment the call went out for black gentlemen, I would have done the same fucking thing he did. I pulled out my phone and started recording. Why? Because that's what the problem should have stopped right there.
How would you feel if they said some Italian dude?
It escalated.
I mean, obviously that doesn't bother me because
Yeah, I know.
because it's
different.
not. Yeah.
But it wasn't different 50 years ago.
You just don't do that kind of
I didn't live with an ass full of it, so.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's go.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK.
Talk 713-8255. Harris Family Law will do early neutral assessments if you go to them. If you decide to hire them, an early neutral assessment before you even file to decide if it's even worth doing a divorce or what it looks like. Really, some people have done that and decided, you know what? It's not really worth doing. Harris Family Law also will do any part of your divorce. They can do the whole thing or just a part of it to keep the cost down. You can go a little at a time. Harris Family Law, on your side, keeping the heat down, the conflict down, the cost down. 303-515-5000. 303-515-5000, harrisfamilylaw.com. All right, so basically we're talking about a guy who was overcharged at Home Depot. He went back.
Profiled.
He went back, and the woman said, hey, I got a black guy here who wants a refund. The manager came up and said, basically, you're pretty stupid for not noticing it the first time. That's a lot of money. And then
he said, you're being rude to me, so I was going to refund it, but now I'm not.
Yeah, now I'm not going to do it. And so Curtis really got a whole line of ration of crap for being black. And then really...
Store manager sucked at the apology.
Right, the store manager sucked at the apology, but then eventually he got his money back.
So what do you do
with
something like
he got his money back, but he wants more than that.
Well, he didn't even necessarily want more than that. He did get his money back. But what do you think? Honestly, we always talk
I think, first of all, that manager should be fired.
Okay.
That manager is not equipped to manage, not being vindictive like that. And that cashier said, hey, I got this black guy wants to...
assistant manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the assistant manager, Xander, should be fired.
So the
cashier should be fired.
I texted a couple of our attorneys. The problem with this, like a lot of stuff, is... they're going to say, what are the damages? But you can't think along those lines.
No. With civil rights, hold on. With civil rights, you don't talk about actual
what do you
damages.
Think I did?
I don't know.
Who would you have called? If it's not an attorney, just think of someone. Who would you have called? Who would you have passed this on to?
You mean like Deputy Smarty Pants?
Oh, hell no.
No, what do you mean? Deputy Stock?
I don't mean, no, none of our deputies, they've never dealt with this.
Oh, I mean passing it on to someone.
I called up and talked to someone for about 15 minutes that's doing the real deep dive into this. And he's done it before. And you know him. Hell, you've passed turkeys out with him.
Oh, Albertus.
Yes.
Is he looking into it?
He is fired up.
Okay, good. You called Albertus.
I couldn't think of a better. I'm like,
Oh,
you know
God.
what? This Home Depot, they need to be punished in some way or another. I really believe it.
No, I mean,
they don't. Let me tell you, they don't want these tapes out there.
No, but it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Of course, it's wrong. But they're holding this kind of corporate line on it, like, you know, I don't even know how to explain it. They're just being dumb, really. Now, Curtis isn't helping 100% because he's never asked for anything. He doesn't know what to ask for. Albertus is going to know what to ask for, and Albertus happens to know some of the very higher ups in Home Depot, way above the store level.
Well, Curtis, you're in good hands right now.
No, I definitely appreciate that. I'm glad that you all took a second look at it and understand.
No, I mean, we felt this way yesterday, but with a caveat. If everything you were saying is true. I mean, not everybody that calls us tells us the truth, Curtis.
Curtis, 9, and I am not kidding, 9 out of 10 calls we get on anything, nothing to do with just racism.
They overplay and exaggerate.
Exactly.
You underplayed it, bro. You underplayed it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that at all, but I know I'm telling the truth. I have no underlying intentions. I didn't have no intentions of this even going this far.
Curtis, how old are you? How old are you?
35, sir.
Okay. In your life, have you experienced other things like this?
Yes, not in a store setting, but yes.
How do you deal with it?
I went through the proper channels at the same time as then. I filed my complaints. It depends on where it was, but I didn't just let it go, and I never asked for anything, like I say.
Do you have any kids, Curtis?
I do.
How do you teach them to deal with stuff?
I teach them to love everyone.
But I'm talking about out-and-out racism. If they encounter racism, what do you teach them to do?
Excuse me?
What do you teach them to do if they encounter racism?
I didn't teach them like what to do when they encounter. I just informed them that they can encounter it.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Because you really don't know what you would do because the situation would have to occur.
Right.
You don't know what the form of racism is going to be, just like this situation is right now.
Right. No, it sucked, man. It really sucked. This Home Depot, man, they really screwed it. They really.
The employees we're talking about. I mean, I'm not going to label the entire store bad, but I can tell you this, their training sucks.
No, their training does suck. But then again, right now with the employee shortages and stuff, you know, there's a lot to blame on this. Curtis, we'll be in touch. I mean, this is not over. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Tony, what kind of advice do you need on selling your car? Tony?
Sorry, delay there.
You ought to have that looked at. Yeah. What's going on, man?
A 96 Chrysler Sebring. That is my mother's car. She's 91 years old. And it's been registered up in Gunnison County for the past 20 years.
What year is it?
I have no idea if it's going to pass emissions, but I need to sell it now.
What year is it, Curtis?
96.
And how many miles?
When the digital odometer went out, it said 188, and that was about 6 months ago, and it's been driven maybe 100 miles.
How does it drive, man?
Yeah.
It drives good.
It's like,
I mean, I've got the
we're
tires
talking
pumping up
about
right now,
200K, and it doesn't pass emissions, right?
I don't know if it will or not.
Okay.
But I'm asking
Does your
$500
grandmother need money?
That's my mother. I would like to get her, $500 for the car.
Oh, you'll be able to get that. I would personally. I'd sell it in Colorado Springs where you don't have to mess with the
emissions.
You know, why don't you call in tomorrow, Car Day? And
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get you back on Car Day and put the word out in the first 2 hours of the show to Colorado Springs. I'll bet you'll get a whole crap load of calls.
If it starts and it stops and it runs and it looks decent, it's probably 1,000, 2,000. We'll ask our car experts.
Tony, let's do that tomorrow, okay? Suze is going to arrange that for us. 303-713-8255. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Guys, if you had to give a pitch or a message to people listening who might be a little hazy on full comprehensive retirement planning, how would you do it? What would you say, Jairus or Josh?
Tom, I tell them just to give us a call, and we would love to review with them what it is that we can do to help them make sure that their entire retirement life is rounded out and ready to go.
And it doesn't cost anything at all, even for maybe even the second or third meeting.
Got that right. Yep.
You're willing to talk to them, go over things, let them know what they can do, let them know where the fees are, let them know what they're spending, what it will cost them, and how it will benefit them. And that's what I like about these guys. They're, honest to God, Mark, I've never seen more straightforward people. They're just straightforward. Like, hey, we can't work magic, but we'll tell you what you're doing wrong, and we'll give you some good advice.
I'm curious,
they're really good people.
What's the different? I know it's kind of family run, and one of the things I was reading on his website is like, to me, it came off like this. The whole family looks at it. Is that correct? I mean, you get different perspectives from different ages? Or?
Yeah, okay. That is a good question. Do each of you have your own clients, or do you all chip in on all of them?
We work together. It's a team approach.
Okay.
And just like you were saying a moment ago, different sets of eyes have different thoughts and opinions. So we utilize that team approach in every true sense of the word.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. That's rpcenter.com.
These guys are so good at what they do. They're not. It doesn't sound exciting.
Impressed with the way that you picked up on the nuance in that whole thing. It was like from the trigger, when the trigger moved to the next instigator. Okay, that was like, it was like, wow, Tom, you have to listen to this stuff. You have to listen to the recordings and then read.
Should we play some?
They're long.
No, I mean take out some meat.
Yeah, we'll send them to you. Cut them up.
I will. I'm going to do that.
Well,
Why not?
What happened here? I'm losing.
It's just interesting because there is no way this dude went in there looking for a fight. He went in there because he was overcharged. And I need to throw something else in that kind of pushed me this direction.
Oh, yes, that part.
You would think if you walked in and bought a board and it was $50 and you paid $200 for it, you'd know it, wouldn't you?
When you sponsor a post,
yeah, that part's a little hard to get over, but he works for a shitload of the different apartment complexes. They all have accounts. He just charges into their accounts. He's not paying attention to that shit until he enters it in.
So
it's not me and you pulling greenbacks out.
Yeah, so him coming back was just,
for his client,
was following his cycle, closing his cycle. He's done it before. He's been there before.
Yeah, he's got like different accounts, and they're mostly apartment complexes, and they have lines of credit in their
solid,
name.
in other words, yeah. If you want an RV,
Century RV is an alternative to the other kinds of dealers. Why do I say that? Because they do aggressive pricing, man. They just cut it to the quick. They do high trade-in values because they need those trades to sell. They sell new and used. They have great financing options, and they're building this giant service center, a $10 million service and showroom. Century, C-E-N-T-U-R-Y, CentryRV.com. They're still open through the construction. Go see them. Exit 240 and I-25 on that frontage road just south of that exit. CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111. Genesis, TotalExteriors.com is just what the word sounds like. They'll do anything outside. Of course, they do inside, but let's talk about outside now. Because if you have any storm and wind damage, any kind of damage at all, you want to put it all under one invoice, deal with your insurance company with one company, you can do that with Genesis. Genesis, TotalExteriors.com. Wind damage, a lot of people you have it. Maybe partial fire damage or some pretty big losses, whatever it is. When it comes to rebuilding, Genesis, TotalExteriors.com. Of course, they can do the total job as well, all on one invoice, 303-679-8509. That's 303-679-8509, GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows. So take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 2.5 rate and APR with our no closing costs 30-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 2.5 rate and APR won't last long, and our new Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669. That's 844-425-3669. 844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. Call us at 844-425-3669.
NMLS 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. Rate subject to change.
If the last couple of years have taught us one thing, is to value the things that we can control this year. And addressing hair loss is no exception. My friends at Advanced Hair Restoration can reverse years or even decades of hair loss, like they did for me, with their simple one-day treatment. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and your new hair is backed by the Advanced Hair Restoration Guarantee. It works for bald spots, receding hairlines, thinning hair, men, women, younger, wiser. Of course, it worked for me. Dr. Tanya Pauls and the physicians at Advanced Hair Restoration have changed the lives of tens of thousands of people. And now it's your turn. Schedule your free consultation by calling 720-459-HAIR. And to celebrate the new year, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Value the things you can control and start regrowing your own natural hair today. That's 720-459-HAIR. Or become inspired with the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
As we age, we can't always plan on good health, but you can plan long-term care coverage to give peace of mind to you and your family. Hey, it's Mandy Connell, and a great way to learn about long-term care is to join my friends from 525 Advisors for their upcoming free long-term care planning live webinar this Saturday morning at 9. You'll learn so much. 525 Advisors will explain how long-term care works, what the coverage pays for, and you'll discover all the new options and different ways to fund a plan. They even have plans with lifetime benefits that pay you back if you never use it. Then when you're ready, 525 Advisors will design a custom plan with you, just like they're doing for my husband and me right now. I love how much time they've spent with us, and it's not just me. Read the reviews. People love working with Brian and Madeline at 525 Advisors. So get the great peace of mind long-term care coverage gives you. Sign up now for the free live webinar this Saturday morning at 9. Sign up at 525longtermcare.com. That's 525longtermcare.com.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to leave y'all on commercial while we had that little tete-a-tete there. I don't know what happened.
They are going to give you the best offer hands down. The Sharpest Price is so easy to get to, just located minutes from I-25 in Santa Fe. And with the best appraisals in town from their trained buyers, you know you'll always
I want to know why this thing waits till the end of the day to start acting.
I'm telling you, if you're looking to trade in, go to the Sharpest Price, best customer service in town.
You know, we haven't rebooted everything in a while. It's not a bad idea just to do it. Not now, but.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget waterpros.net for the finest water conditioning or water drinking systems, and all under $2,000 for the whole house or under $1,000 for a drinking fountain. Never find better for less, including the people. Waterpros.net. What's on your mind? Let's talk. We have, who's been waiting the longest here, Suze? Just James. Okay, James, I'm sorry for the wait, man. What's going on with your auto accident? What's going on? Sure.
Brakes Plus on 8th Street.
Okay, what was it doing there at Brakes Plus?
I was getting the rear brakes done with.
Okay. And so when did you pull it out?
The 28th.
Okay. And what happened?
Well, what happened was on Saturday night, I'd gone to Pueblo. I also put a battery in it. I drove to Pueblo to charge up the battery. As I was coming back on Saturday night about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. thereabouts, on I-25, all of a sudden I hear a clank sound. And it's like, what's that? And then it feels like a tire's going flat. I says, no way is the tire going flat. And I start pulling over into the emergency lane real quick. And the next thing I know, I see my tire rolling past me.
Oh, no!
And there was another vehicle in front that had actually hit the fender and the light on. Then it rolled on past down almost to another football field away.
So your tire came off.
Mm-hmm.
Did it do a lot of damage to your car?
Well, I managed to get the tire back, okay, and it didn't do that much damage, but what they did to it.
What do you mean?
They put a steel tire on it.
A wheel?
The bolts, you can't get the proper lug bolts into it.
I don't get where you're saying. So they ruined it for, are you saying they ruined it for good?
When I took it to my insurance, the insurance place, the guy said, that's on there permanently.
What's on there permanently? I'm not understanding this.
Okay.
No, I really want to understand. What did they do wrong? Just get right to that. What did they do wrong?
Well, they put the rim on wrong. There's some stuff back there that actually needs to be looked at because of the way that it is.
Okay, so when they did your rear brakes, they put the rims on. They put that one rim on wrong or both rims?
Okay, when they done my brakes, apparently they did everything good.
Okay.
Okay. All right, they did everything good. Okay, now Monday. Let me take it to this point. Monday.
Yeah.
It cost me $500.06 to get it out of the tow service where it was at. Okay.
But what is okay? Get to the problem though. I need to connect this to Brakes Plus.
Okay, the tire that's on there now is not the right size apparently, or something is wrong, and I don't know how to get to the bottom of the situation without somebody seeing it.
All right, James, the car that you have, did they do the brakes only, or did they do tires?
They did the brakes,
okay.
Rear hubs, rear brakes, the
drums.
Drums, yes.
Okay.
Do they acknowledge they screwed up and the wheel fell off?
When I took it into them, they went ahead. They pulled it out of the storage area. Okay, they paid for that. They took it into the shop, and they redid it again. The job. That's all they did.
Okay, but I don't. If they did that, then what do you want? What did they do wrong?
That's where somebody needs to see it. Because
are you saying you're saying the wheel fell off because they did something wrong?
The studs broke.
Got it. Now, but they fixed it. But then they fixed it, right?
They fixed it. Okay.
Yeah.
But they fixed it. The studs on there are not the normal size to overlap your studs.
No, hold on. I don't understand that, but that's okay. That's my fault. So when they fixed it, after they screwed it up and they fixed it, they didn't fix it right. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Yes, basically.
Okay. So you want your car fixed correctly. That's the bottom line.
That's my bottom line.
Okay.
And one more thing. I want to be sure that they're taking the responsibility of the insurance of the tire hitting the other car.
Well, okay. That's a whole separate issue, okay? That's a whole separate issue.
But they should.
Yeah, it's their fault. But I wanted to know that they're acknowledging it. But they did. Well, they did. They kind of fixed it. What did they do wrong when they fixed it?
Yeah,
are you saying they used the wrong kind of lug nut? Stud?
It sounds like they put oversized studs back in the hub.
They had. I think they backed out the old ones and had to oversize the new ones. Is that right?
Okay. Yes, that would be my guess too.
Well, did you have it analyzed by someone that said it's wrong?
No, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay, where are you located? Where are you located?
Right now, I am in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
All right.
Honest Accurate.
You got to get your car to someone. I would take it to Honest Accurate Auto and say, Jesse, I need to know what has to be done to make these wheels correct. That's the only thing we can do. Can you drive your car?
Yes.
Okay. Get it to Honest Accurate Auto. Suze can let Jesse know, but they'll look at it real quick. They won't charge you to look at it to let you know what it needs.
And then that other thing, is that person getting an estimate to you on what's going on with the tire?
The other person didn't give him an estimate. Because he said he doesn't know. He doesn't know what needs to be done.
That's what I'm saying. Your tire went off and hit somebody else. Did that person, are they getting an estimate? What are they doing?
Did they come after you yet?
I haven't the slightest idea. That's what's I'm so lost in this whole ordeal.
All right. Do me a favor. Just do one step at a time. Let's look at your car and see what it needs. Okay? And just keep a lot of records of this stuff.
Now, Impact.
This report is sponsored by
That's CNN, too.
Intentional killing of police.
I'm surprised that they would even report it. I'm shocked.
I've got an offline story for you guys about police in Los Angeles.
Doing what?
Getting rocks thrown at them.
Partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon. We'll drop down to about 30 overnight tonight. Some scattered snow showers possible tomorrow or your Friday with a high of 40. It's 60 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Jenny Road, 6:30.
I'm having wings
The
today.
new year calls for more hiring. Check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen,
Fucking zero carbs,
and
baby.
candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job post today after visiting Indeed.com/credit.
NeoU is my new favorite fitness app, and at $3.99 a month, I can't believe everything I get. Mealtime coaching, daily live workouts where I can see my friends, plus thousands of on-demand classes like strength, boot camp, yoga, and more. I'm obsessed with NeoU's interactive workouts where my instructors can see and talk to me. And when you sign up for a 60-day free trial by January 31st, you'll pay just $3.99 a month. Sign up now at neoufitness.com. That's neoufitness.com.
All right, when it comes to
restoration, you're most likely going to pick a bad company. Isn't that a terrible thing to say? But it's true. If you have a fire, a flood, mold infestation, if you have an unattended death, maybe a meth lab set up in one of your rentals, or whatever it is, and you need to get your property restored, you're going to find a bad time doing it unless you call the good people at American Restoration. American Restoration, Rock and his team have all the certifications, including EPA, and all of the experience that you need them to have in order to get the job done the right way. They work with all major insurance, and they do any stage that you want or all of it. 8337-AM-REST. The people that you truly need to help you without getting ripped off. 8337-AM-REST or amrest247.com. All right, another thing I want you to talk about is Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. That is really important that you have a good loan. How do you know you have a good loan? Well, you don't. A lot of people think, I just get approved and get a 15 or 30. Well, a good loan is one that fits your lifestyle. You might not want 15 or 30. You can pick whatever term you want with Ideal. And you may want the lowest rate, but you're not sure what the market's doing. Well, with Ideal, you get the interest rate guarantee. So if rates go down, they refinance you free of charge. You can call them for details on that. It's wonderful. And then the other thing they have is credit optimization. Again, you're approved. You think that's all you need to do. But maybe you might pay down a credit card by a few bucks, and that alone can change your monthly payment by lowering your costs. All these little things Ideal does in the background for you. Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, 303-867-7000. That's 303-867-7000. We're talking about retirement today. Well, one of the tools people use is something called Become the Banker. It's really a strategy where you take a mutual insurance company, that's where you're part owner when you have a policy, and you buy a life insurance policy that's just as small as you can get for the benefit. Because here's why. What you really want to do is have a tax-free account attached to it where you can save money tax-free, borrow from it tax-free, and then pay it back with interest and accumulate even more for retirement. It's one of the strategies you should explore for retirement. BecomeTheBanker.org. That's BecomeTheBanker.org.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery. We are loving how thousands of
just how safe and convenient it is to work out in your own home.
That of Larry, I think it's Brushada, the owner of Brace Plus.
Yeah.
He
Is he still around?
I don't know. I don't know if they own it anymore or
Well, I
sold
thought
it.
he died, but okay.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I do know this. My dad got that first Goodyear in 1990.
Yeah.
That's exactly when they opened up.
Yeah.
So when I got involved and bought out my dad's partner, we got up to 5 stores.
Yeah.
They're at 98 stores right now.
Whoa.
Those fuckers did it, man.
The brothers,
Boom.
the brothers were I think they were the really aggressive ones.
They did something, and I'll tell you what. I mean, think about it. You
We don't get a lot.
Don't get any fucking complaints, man.
Think about that. You're right.
Visit one of our 6
You're right.
locations today or fitnessgallery.com. Great news for the new year. Colorado Pain Care has a new integrated clinic in
Oh man, now all I can do is picture wings. I'm gonna have fucking blue cheese. You know, blue cheese has 0 carbs. Zero.
Details at coloradopaincare.com.
Are you gonna kiss the guests off on the air for leaving the show?
Oh shit, it's time, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna hold them so they can do that. Okay.
Definitely bring this
Due to shortage of employment and prescriptions, King Super's Pharmacy will have limited hours.
Well, no. No. It's because they're on fucking strike.
Oh!
Don't let them fucking fool you.
KS is on strike.
I assure you the pharmacists aren't on strike. It's the grocers. It ain't gonna hurt King Supers this time. I think the union probably overstepped. You realize this is the first time I remember. I think there's less people striking from the union that are striking. That's kind of weird.
You mean not all of them walk?
Not all of them walk by any source, any means.
No. And if what Mark is saying is true about Elizabeth and Parker's stores not striking at all.
Colorado Springs.
Oh man, I don't know what you want to call that.
Did you see the picket lines on the news? There's like 6 people. 6 fucking people. I'm like, I don't know how much that's going to affect anybody.
What store did they do?
I have no. A Denver store's all.
Yeah, but that's symbolic.
There was like maybe 10 or 12 people at the store.
No, it's not symbolic because
you know what I mean?
People don't like walking through that.
Mark, that's what I meant. That's why it doesn't matter how many there are.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
symbolic.
I
will honor it, whether there's a shitload out there. Or
I'm saying, but someone's got to be out
but
there.
People aren't honoring it. Is what is the point of time.
I'm Tom Martino. You're a troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jairus and Josh, 2 of the 3 family members at the Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, and of course they have a bunch of support staff. rpcenter.com. As what I really like about them is they're not selling magic. They're not selling empty promises. They're not selling get rich quick. They're saying, look, you can have a lot of money at retirement if you plan correctly. You can get way more Social Security if you plan correctly. You can get way more out of Medicare if you plan correctly. Those things are things that everyone can have. And then, if you want investment help, they can do that as well. You guys act as fiduciaries, is that right? And I want to explain what a fiduciary is. It means under the law, you must put your client's interests first. Is that what you do?
Correct. That is, absolutely.
Okay, so as a fiduciary helping me with my finances, how do you decide when to switch to income from growth?
That's a really good question, Tom. I think a lot of folks, everybody's situation is obviously going to be different.
Right.
But we kind of reverse engineer into these strategies, and we determine, based on your needs, what strategies are going to be most appropriate and when to start taking that income. So there's infinite strategies or combinations of strategies that we could utilize, but it boils down to a person's specific needs or a family's specific needs.
So are there people that are retiring later? I know a lot are retiring younger, but are there people that continue to work, yet they still want to be drawing something of retirement to supplement?
Yeah, of course. We run into that plenty where we've got folks. In fact, we have a lot of people who will retire and start withdrawals out of their 401k, but still go pick up a side job or something like that. So it goes both directions, and we're really flexible and able to help folks no matter what phase of retirement they're in, whether it's full bore retirement and I want to quit everything and stop cold turkey, or if it's somebody who wants to just phase into it over time, we can help them with both of those types of lifestyles.
All right, so when let's say you're old enough to retire and get Social Security, but you want to go back to work, there's no income limit, so that's cool. But then can you also take a 401k and other retirement plans while you're working?
Once you're past 59 and a half, and it depends on the plan. Every plan's a little bit different, but most plans will allow you to start pulling money out of those once you hit that age.
And then isn't there an age when it's a mandatory distribution?
Yes, current law is age 72. There's legislation being discussed that they may push that to age 75. That hasn't passed. So as of right now, 72 is the year in which you first have to take those required minimum distributions.
Wow.
Whether you need the money or not.
How much? Oh, I see what you're saying, the minimum. I was thinking if you waited even longer, you would get more money, but that's not what he's saying.
No, you have to take it. Now, when you start taking the minimum, does that mean you have to stop building that retirement fund?
You can Go ahead, Josh.
You can let those funds sit in the account still, but so long as you're taking that minimum amount. Now,
but
you may have $1 million.
Can you contribute more, though, if you're still working?
Yeah.
You can.
Because I find a lot of older people are still contributing, yet they are taking some Social Security and other things. I mean, it's a weird combination. I think you have two types of people today. People who are retiring earlier than ever and people that are working later than ever. Isn't that weird?
That's very, very true. And, Tom, my father, who works with us very regularly, is Social Security age, and he's at the point in his career where what we do is not physically strenuous, but he's still able to come to work every day and earn a living, and so he's going to continue to do that because he loves it. And
now they can call and arrange a video call, a home visit, or come to your office, and that's 970-663-3211. And I have to say something, they're just nice people. Talk to them. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.
And stay connected with all of us
at 630 KHOW.
KHOW.com.
And on the iHeart